again with prison. Oh wait, okay, now we're live. Hi, we're live here with Prison Architect. This is Mike Fara, and we have Joe Stackhouse from Stack Tech playing Prison Architect this time. I was the one playing in the earlier video, and he's the one playing now. And basically, when I create a prison, I seem to have a problem. Whereas, sure, I can get up to 50 people living in this prison on this land, and I can secure it so no one can ever escape, but I get violent rebellion. People get tired of my prison. I've even put them to work in the kitchen. I've tried to give them laundry. I've put TVs in every cell. I mean, I've turned it into like, Bernie Madoff's prison, and still they don't like me or something. They're trying to kill my people, and the idea of running a prison, maybe it's become popular from that season of The Walking Dead or something. I don't know, but this is a very interesting game. So I'm just going to let Joe explain to me what he does to make his prison safe. I have a concept, Joe, that the prison, you should not have to kill anyone in your prison, otherwise that defeats the purpose of operating one.
Right. Doesn't mean you can't demean them a little bit, though.
Right. I mean, I have an issue because it's like, okay, you're sending someone to prison, and there's reasons for this in criminal theory, criminal justice. One is retribution. The other is to prevent recidivism, and there's another issue where you're sending someone to prison as a form of rehabilitation, and I don't see how, like, I've tried to create the classrooms and all that stuff, Joe, in the game, and I can never really, like, everyone fails, and it's almost like the prison population's completely uneducated, and I can't get them to become better people by anything, and I end up running out of money trying to do it, because, the prison is a for-profit prison in the game, and then as you're playing it, I kind of noticed that it's like, I'm spending all my money on these programs, and it starts, it can work for a while, but as soon as there's an injury or something goes wrong, it shows over, because then you lose that bonus in your finances for not having an injury in so many days and not having whatever in so many days, and then I start losing a ton of money. I can't continue those programs. I have to discontinue them, and my prison goes wild, and everyone's got shivs, and people are bringing in, last game I played, there was a hypodermic needle on somebody. I was like, what the hell's going on? I mean, everybody's on heroin now or something.
Metal detectors and dogs. The only problem with this hangout, Mike,
did. That's what I brought it in, yeah.
We're going to have a problem here. The only time they're going to see the game is when I'm talking.
Well, if I don't talk and I shut up,
I think it'll focus on you. No, I think it'll focus on you because you're the one that created the hangout.
Let me see if I can change the camera. Hold on. I'll make sure that it can only show you, Joe, because that would be a big deal. Just give me 1 sec.
All right.
Cameraman.
I don't know that you can do that, but...
Broadcast the large video that I see to my audience and hide the other video feeds.
There you go. So click on my name and do that, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, so what were you talking about, dude? Everything should be
fine. As long as you have
right?
my name clicked and you're constantly seeing me, we should be good.
I'm seeing you.
All right.
So it's whatever I'm focused on. I got you.
So I just started a new simple map.
I am the cameraman. Go ahead. Go ahead, narrate, Joe. Please tell us. What's the secret, man?
I don't know. I'm a newbie, man, but we'll try.
Well, so am I, apparently. That guy really chewed us out. I don't know if you read the comments on the other video, but he was like, the game has not been in alpha for years. And he took like every comment that I made very seriously. Did you see any of that? Or
I saw some of it, yeah.
And I said, look, the game's been in development in alpha for 2 years. That's a long time. I said, but again, that doesn't mean I hate the game. In fact, that's good. You keep getting new features. We played it for 2 goddamn hours. How bad could it be?
Right. You know, the only thing that I find annoying, and I don't know if this is because the current build, we're on 23D, is that building buildings from scratch, from the ground up, without using the building tool seems to be difficult. And you can make buildings and then add on to them later, but you have to overlap them, otherwise the game gets a little bugged and doesn't consider it a building.
Really? You know, I've seen. Are you talking about what you just did now? Because it looks like you created like an overviewing terrace
Yeah, that's a
of the
perimeter
garage.
wall. Yeah, that's a little perimeter
Oh, that's
wall.
perimeter wall? Okay. No, I mean, I've noticed that, and this is in earlier builds, mind you. It was a while since I started playing again, so I just, if that guy's watching, I want him to know, or listening, the guy who made those comments, or someone like him. With this, I had an issue where, okay, see, like you created that building just now, Joe, and it's still in progress, the foundation's being done.
Right.
Just say I want to expand that building, I would lose like a whole wall if I tried to expand it. You know, like I'd have to rebuild that wall after I expanded it.
Yeah, you have to overlap it just right, otherwise it's by one square.
Right, right. Otherwise, it cut off the wall and the foundation would be all screwed up. I had an issue where the foundation was completely destroyed at one point. So I think we're talking about the same thing, where it's no longer considered a building and it's considered like an outdoor area, almost as if it has no roof or something. Right. All right. I see what you're doing there.
I'd just get them out of the way. Leave them across the road.
I like how you have it on very fast.
Well, yeah, because I turned off prisoner intake, so I can sit here and collect the constant flow of cash. Yeah.
Right. That was my strategy too, and I didn't use it in our last video because it was more like a demonstration. And also, I find that it's a little bit more fun on very fast anyway, especially when you're not losing money and you're not having to worry about prisoners when you're doing the construction, like you said.
Right.
You don't have to worry about just watching a building being built. So what do you intend for that building that you just created, if you don't mind me asking?
That's going to be a small office building, and I'll add on to it later. That way I can save my money for now.
Right. See, I'm all about, and I was in the last video, trying to create like the whole prison in one shot, which is a very bad.
Yeah, you run out of money real quick.
Very bad strategy, and yeah, we had these giant empty buildings with like one office or two offices. Is that going to be the holding cell, or?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to expand it here. Maybe. Uh-oh. The game lagged there for a second.
Lagged? I've never had it lag on me. This is a small map, right?
Yeah. Alright, let's see if you overlap like this. Oh, it's not going to let me until this thing gets built.
Oh, right, until the foundation is laid and it's...
Why are they not working on it?
Building. Ooh, I think you might have a cutoff. What? The brightness on my monitor really sucks, Joe.
It is nighttime.
Really, yeah, but it's... I've watched... let me just say, I feel very guilty doing this, but I actually watched some of our video on my television, and it's so much brighter. I don't know what's wrong. You know, my monitor used to be a lot more brighter than it is today.
You're totally not going to build this building.
I'm thinking it's because of whatever's going on the right-hand side of the building next to the garbage. I don't know. It's because it's that fortified wall.
And it's not going to let me. I have to bulldoze, so I just lost all that money.
Bulldoze? I think you should be able to clear it. Try clearing it.
No, it's not letting me do anything.
Ooh, I think we may have found a major bug there, Joe.
That's lame. I can't do anything.
Maybe it's that. Try removing the
bundles of material.
No. The gate. Maybe the gate is
No, they can get through that.
Overlapping? Are you sure it's not overlapping onto the foundation? Or I don't know. No idea. Just a thought. I'm not really sure. What? Was I correct?
No, they're just not going
There's,
to build it. That's lovely. Let's
are,
make a new one.
are you sure it's not? Wait, are you sure it's not done and you just don't need to put a door there?
Let me try.
Maybe that'll restart the whatever algorithm it uses or something. I don't know.
Nope,
No.
they're bugged.
Yeah, they're not even interested in.
No, we're still in alpha. Let's do a new one.
All right. Yeah, I can't blame the developers. They've created quite a complex game. Um, stuff like that. I think they'll fix on the beta if it's very continuous. They're still adding features. Menu. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to fix my brightness here. It's starting to annoy the crap out of me. There's a dynamic contrast. What the brightest is supposed to be. I think it's called. The LEDs are starting to lose power or diffuse.
Yeah.
It's possible. I'm not sure.
Let's try
Everything.
this again.
Well, response time on the picture. I think that's like, what is that? The refresh rate response time, or response time for changes to the screen?
I don't know.
Well, I don't see any problem going for fastest. This monitor looks like it's on its. This is a Samsung. It shouldn't be having. It's an old monitor now that I think about it. It's funny how things get old, and then you start realizing, wow, this monitor is completely obsolete compared to what's out there now. Ah, I see you're very close to your original design there, Joe.
Trying.
Ooh, if I turn off magic color, I but the contrast is so much better with intelligent magic color. Maybe I need to lower the brightness, believe it or not, and I don't want to mess with the gamma. I'm watching this and I'm just thinking, show me, just all I'm asking is show me and perhaps even the audience, because my prison's really a violent place, Joe. I mean, it truly is. It's like it's worrisome for me to finish with my construction and see it.
Right.
It's almost like, oh my God, well, I created like a Frankenstein type of place. If you're creating something, the game is all colorful and stuff. You've got these lemming-looking things running around. You should at least have a way to rehabilitate them or make them.
Well, don't you use a psychiatrist and find out what they're mad about?
Yeah, but it's always like, they're unhappy they can't see their family, and
So
then
make a visitation room.
yeah, but then I'm right on the cusp of running out of money when I do that. So it's either like the visitation. I gotta, make a. I think the thing is I don't know how to make the prison make money. Because there's other ways too. Like you can have them work in the wood shed or whatever, the work shed,
Yeah, workshops.
a workshop. I don't know anything about that. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm very much a casual person playing a complex game. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I have no idea what I'm doing.
I've noticed if you try to do it this way, by putting the stations over here, you'll pay a little bit initially to pipe it over, but then it's out of your way at least.
Yes. That's pretty cool.
All right, get some buildings up here.
The guy on our YouTube comments, he did say, it doesn't matter if you run, whatchamacallit, if you run the water over the power anymore, it doesn't matter. There's 3 levels. I knew that there's 3 levels. There's another level, uh, once you unlock, when you start looking at the logical, switches and stuff that they added. So yeah, there's 3 levels to the underground map view. There used to be 2 until this build.
Yeah.
So, if we're not keeping up with every single build, please, I'm sorry, that might actually have a life outside of Prison Architect. You know.
All right, we got power. All right, let's work on our grants here. Oh shit! Let me turn off the.
Oh, the influx of, all right,
Yeah.
intake.
Don't want any at the moment. All right, I'm gonna start with the offices.
Alrighty. I
Oh,
wonder.
where's it at?
Here's a question, Joe. This is a technical question. My monitor has a volume setting on it,
Mm-hmm.
but it has no speakers. Why? Why? What is going on here with that?
Are you sure it doesn't have speakers? Because some of them, like mine, look like they don't, but they do.
Well, let's put it this way. I've had this thing for years, and I've never.
It has no input whatsoever.
No, not to my knowledge.
Hmm.
That's kind of odd.
Wait a minute. How big does an office have to be? 4 by 4.
4x4. And then the walls around it make it 5x5, right?
Dang it! I don't want it that big. I'm a minimalist.
Yeah, but see, how are you going to close it off?
I'll
Unless
fix
you're just
that.
going to have it up. All right. And the
You know what? I plan for the future, so I don't care if some of the stuff doesn't match right now. It's going to change.
Okay.
In fact, I just expanded this to add the storage room over there.
Right. But you're not going to keep that there forever, probably.
I don't think it has to be enclosed. No. Office
No, it
desk chair.
doesn't. It doesn't.
So let's get our filing cabinet.
As long as it's already enclosed, you know what I mean? Like, it's already enclosed by the building that it's in. Let's see.
Oh, I put that damn desk the wrong way. Chairs. Alright, let's hire.
Please explain to us what you are doing.
Just creating the warden's office. And
Let me see if there's anyone on our Q&A system here. Ah, not at all. All right.
oh wait, I didn't accept one of the grants or something here. There we go.
I do like that they make sure that you don't miss a grant. So, like, for example, if you complete a grant condition, you can still click on it and still get the grant. That's
Right.
some games aren't fair that way. Like you miss a quest and you're SOL or whatever.
Let him research while I go ahead and make the yard. Okay.
If anyone is on the Google Live Hangout page, if anyone is watching this, you can go to the Q&A and ask us a question simply by going to the Google Hangout page. In fact, while Joe is playing the game, I'm going to go on windowsforum.com and announce that we are live again and see if there's anyone interested in going ahead and communicating with us.
Fence in the yard. And then one of my favorite things is the metal detector.
I love the metal detector, Joe, and I used it quite a bit in my last game, which turned into really a third world prison.
Why is that?
It just did, dude. My people would not. That my prisoners. I look at it like I have a responsibility in the game. Once I build all this stuff, I don't care if I'm not making money in the game, so long as I'm trying to rehabilitate these people. Even on a normal level, normal difficulty where you're getting a little bit violent people and a little bit non-violent, you're getting a mix, I would say, with the normal security rating, correct? So I cannot get anyone. I had 30 people, almost my entire prison for that game. 30 population do the kitchen training, and only 3 of them passed. It's like you don't know how to cook an egg. I mean, no wonder you resorted to a life of crime. And I don't understand why they're having these cognitive difficulties. I mean, I understand they don't have most criminals, they don't have a base education, and maybe that's why I should have set up a classroom and done I saw that they have the foundation educational program. It's sort of like I guess to fill in the gaps, that you missed with your education.
Mm-hmm.
But then I've done that before in the game, Joe. I've tried in different prisons and different games, and they fail. They fail. They become violent. They try to escape. I arm my security officers with I was about to say phasers. I don't know why. With tasers.
Phasers, set to kill.
Right. Set phasers to kill, Mr. Spock. No. Yeah, and then you're trying to have. So I have them with the tasers, and it's almost like they're using the tasers proactively. I see a guy just moving a little bit too fast, and they tase him, and then they don't even send him off they don't show that he committed a crime in the prison.
I think that has to do with your punishments, and then isn't there a setting to tell them not to be lethal? I thought I saw that in somebody else's video, but
Well, it is for the armed guards. Yeah, I mean they'll blow off somebody's head if you have them shoot to kill orders.
Right.
My goal is not to have a prison of ruthlessness. It's to have like a prison where people go and get better and return to society. They've served their time, and when they get out, they're not going to be an animal like they are when they got to my prison. Because but I can't achieve that. Like already, your prison looks kind of inviting. I mean, I wouldn't want to personally be a resident there, but it doesn't look dangerous yet. Like mine is like there's walls everywhere, and I've got security running after people, dogs. I mean, the way that I had mine set up, it's just horrible. And it's almost like the environment must encourage the AI to kind of get angry. And the psychologist, I had drug problems in my prison, and there was no way. I didn't have a common room to have these meetings, AA meetings and stuff, and I don't know, my prison just got out of control with the violence. It turned from a normal security prison really into a maximum security. With just these guys were wearing different color uniforms. And for those of you who don't know out there, maximum security prisoners in the game wear red, normal security prisoners wear orange, and minimum security prisoners wear gray. You can actually change their status of any of your prisoners while they're in the prison. So just say they go and attack the staff, and they do that a couple times, you might want to change them to maximum security, just so you know that this person's dangerous. And I don't know, Joe, if you realize, but in the game you can go ahead and um, you can set certain areas where, like, okay, only the maximum security people can go here, and with your regimen or your regime or whatever that thing is called, you can
Right.
go ahead and split it 3 ways, based on low security, minimum security. I'm sorry, minimum security, normal security, and maximum security. So you can make sure that, like, you can make it so the maximum security people eat from the same canteen, but just maybe they're on a night schedule. You can set it so they go to sleep during the day, and they'll never encounter the normal security prisoners. It's actually, you can set that up where it's split 3 ways once you have 3 different types of prisoners in your prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Like, you would never want, for example, maximum security prisoners to work in the kitchen, or because I mean, these guys are murderers. They're beyond the pale of being trusted. That kind of thing. They just attack everybody.
I think
And
keeping your staff happy first is key.
so you're more trying to say, right, forget about the prisoners.
Well, for now,
Make
because
the
they get
staff.
tired. If they get tired, there's nobody's going to get along.
Right, because they're going to be pissed, and they're going to say, "Hey, you damn prisoner, criminal, get over here and lick my boots," kind of thing. Well, I mean, it's not going to happen in the game, but you're saying that there's a negative vibe that goes on if the staff is tired and weary and so forth, which could be true. I mean, maybe the guards overreact. Maybe there's some algorithm there that they added in the game, like the guards will overreact if they're tired. I don't know.
We're not ready to hold people yet. In fact, I don't even really want to hold. I'm going to try to make this $39,000. I'm going to try to do the kitchen in 8 cells before I take anybody in. Because I don't want there to be like 8 prisoners in this holding room forever. I don't even want to put a bed over here, really.
Right. Yeah, Joe, I mean, I seem to have a problem where, like, I want to make them happy so much that I'm willing to put, like, a TV in the holding room and stuff. And
It shouldn't be in the holding room long if you're doing it right.
right. They should only be there, like, maybe for max a couple hours, I would say.
Right.
Or until maybe one prisoner is being released tomorrow, so they'll have to stay in the holding cell overnight. Right.
I did give them a yard out here just in case they're there for a day, and yeah. But I want to do a mess hall that the holding, the minimum, and the normals can all go eat together.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna.
Like, I don't think that the maximum security people should even eat in the same at the same time as the regular population, because they just attack. They attack the other prisoners that are beneath them or something. They try to create almost like rule by force.
So let's try to make a kitchen here.
I find that, and maybe apparently for you it's not a problem, but I find that building the actual prison cells and organizing them in a logical way. Now they're 3x2 or whatever, that's fine. They have to have a bed, they have to have this, that, the other. But I do find that it's difficult for me to create anything more than like a big chamber filled with these cells, like, I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be, but
Most efficient.
is it?
I mean, how else are you gonna do it?
Because you would think, like, okay, maybe when they leave their cell, they step out into a commons area or the visitation room instead of, like, mine just winding corridors like a snake with nothing but cells, and it's a dark journey just for them to get out of that building into into like the kitchen. There's problems on the way there. They start attacking things. And, I don't know. I have an antisocial prison. We'll
Sounds
see
like
what,
it.
we'll see what yours.
I hope I don't run out of money here. I did
No,
turn on one of the short-term grants that might kick in.
right. Well, you have Joe. You have 33,000 there, and that's kind of almost like the starting money. You're not doing too bad with that.
Now, I think,
Uh,
let's see here. I think I might fence the whole thing in as well.
I would recommend that.
Although I
Just,
never had a problem with anybody running away. Yeah.
I mean, I literally fenced the borders around the entire property
Oh, I didn't put the gate in.
and put in gates at the bottom and the top of the road.
I would do that, except for right now I think it would take too much funds.
Yeah,
Do it
and
later.
then you need guards just to open the perimeter gate.
Now, what am I missing in the... What? I didn't do 5x5? Are you shitting me?
Oh, that sucks. You'd think the game would be a bit more flexible with the holding cell size, especially given the fact that it is a temporary uh, thing. Yeah,
Let me guess, I need one more pixel.
probably. Oh, in my previous game, Joe,
Mm-hmm.
I should mention my. Has your prison ever gone on fire?
No, I put sprinklers in the kitchen.
No, you need to watch out. It wasn't the kitchen. It
What
was
did it?
the washing machine.
Uh,
Washing machine literally exploded.
wow.
Took out took out part of my like half of this area that like the top of my cell block. Just literally took it out. People were on fire, all sorts of madness. I was impressed by the graphics. I have to say, it was really going. I I got the fire department over there, but parts of the cells were destroyed, and so on and so forth. And the weird thing was, uh, there's rubble. Once there's a fire, there's rubble that's left over, and it doesn't seem like you can ever remove it. It's like
Can't
there
even close
forever.
it?
No, no, and I had a problem because of that. A very unforeseen problem. It was like, okay, for the most part, the rubble doesn't cause a problem. When you can still build walls and so on and so forth, but there was a problem laying down a foundation because I mean
Mm-hmm.
this was almost like an explosion, and the rubble exploded outside of the cell block too, and that rubble prevented me from laying a new foundation because I could not remove it. Like permanent damage to my map or something.
Let's see. We need some fridges too, don't we?
Aren't you worried about not making enough food? That's my biggest concern. And like you have to think about it. I'm concerned for the prisoner so much that I want to make sure that their food is like perfect, that they have enough. And really they just all they're trying to do is kill my guards and it's horrible. Uh it's almost like antagonistic to play it. I feel like nothing I do is no good deed goes unpunished in this game.
I start out small.
I like how you're designing everything, um, sort of with these inner um, rooms that aren't static like mine. Like mine are just usually, square rooms that are very boring looking, and
I'm
I
getting a
like.
little upset that it's not letting me. put my gate in.
It could be because that tree is there, Joe.
I know. I told them to remove it, but they're slow. Yep, that was it. There we go.
There you go. I'm
Of those
surprised that
gates.
I'm surprised the way you put your gate is totally different approach than my approach, which is actually kind of interesting. Normally, I'll surround the entire map and put a gate on the very top of the road and on the very bottom. But the way you have it, if I combine both tactics,
Remember, fences are cheap. $3 a square. You can always remove them later.
right? I mean, I put a fence around the entire map, and I think the way you're doing it is logical. Because yeah, you can remove them, but the way I was doing it wasn't bad either. And now I see that you have another. I can now create almost an extra perimeter, sort of like a no way out type of scenario. You'd have to bust through multiple uh, gates to get out. I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay, my eyes are failing me. Where is the darn
I
canteen?
think we
There
have
it is.
Joe. I think we have one viewer. I think someone's watching.
Yeah?
Yeah, we have one viewer. If you're out there, viewer, please let us know, and you can use the Q&A button to communicate with us if you have any questions.
Serving table.
I'd love to answer your Q&A. Just go ahead and let me know who you are.
Oh, I forgot benches. Gotta have benches.
Right? Yeah. How come you're not going to run out of food, Joe? I'm always worried.
We'll get there. I can always expand this kitchen, so
See, I don't view it that way. I feel like the kitchen's done. It's not. If it's not good enough now, it never will be. I mean,
you
I
can
have
always expand.
the way I look at my game is very nihilistic at the end. I guess I'm very upset when it doesn't go well, and I try my best to make these prisoners happy, and they don't seem to be too happy.
I've got to get some janitors though. I at least want my prisoners to come into a clean prison.
Right. You may have a nice looking prison, Joe, but there's slime everywhere and mold. It's
Yes.
black mold and fungus and stuff. I wouldn't recommend that. That might make them angry enough to kill, like my prisoners have. I mean, you'd think that there was. I'd wonder what would happen if I turned the power off in one of my save games. Turn the electricity off in the prison. They'd butcher themselves.
There we go. Complete that up a little bit more. How long is it
All
going to
right.
take to research this darn thing?
All right, Joe. Just so you know, I've posted the live link
Okay.
on windowsforum.com, and we'll see if anyone shows up.
I'm almost ready for prisoners.
All right. It would be great if some people came in. What about that guy Sky Daddy? Is he interested in watching this?
I don't know. I'll point him to one of these and see
I think
if he's interested.
yeah, I think my other browser just crashed because I'm in a weird position of trying to make sure that your camera is still select. I know it's still selected on my end. I just want to make sure that that cameraman is actually firing properly.
All right. Oh. Cleaning.
Alright, I'm gonna have to kill Firefox with Task Manager. I am watching you though.
Oh, I gotta make another office.
So Joe, what's your end game right now? I mean, what do you expect to have ready by the time you bring in some prisoners?
Well, I'll let them sit in there for a day or two. I may even pause it to make the cells, but I'm starting to run out of money. Well, not run out, but I like to keep a balance.
Right. Now, I'd love to see how you do the cells.
Yeah, I wish I had
Well,
the clone tool. How much would it cost me to research the clone tool? 1,500.
1,500.
Ooh.
It's not that bad. You have 30,000 right now.
Right now.
Let me ask you a question, Joe. The that cleaning closet or whatever it's called. What is it? Cleaning
Cleaning
cupboard.
cupboard.
What is that?
I don't
What's
know. I
that?
just assume the janitors use it.
I've never seen it in use. I think that the prisoners may be able to do work. Have you seen the ability to assign
I
with
haven't
the
gotten that
deployment?
far yet at
Uh,
all.
oh yeah, okay. All right. But you're also not seeing massive rebellion from your prisoners either, so that's good. You're keeping it simple in a way. Like it seems like they have basic goods and services. Why in my prison they're on an anger, violent, progressively more violent. I started seeing contraband coming in, people throwing shivs and
And you
and
didn't catch it?
well, I mean, I
Oh.
started looking at a map of where it was coming from,
Mm-hmm.
and it was being brought in through the kitchen. Drugs being brought in through the kitchen. Um, you wouldn't believe it, from the boxes coming into the delivery thing. So I got these dogs to sniff the garbage. I mean, not the garbage, the deliveries. And then I also had people were throwing weapons and cigarettes and stuff over the fence uh, to my prison, into the yard. Like, and you don't see it
I
unless you
wonder
go
if
to
you did some
this.
kind of system where you had a perimeter fence and then a little bit of space and then another fence.
Right, and like assign, because ultimately you can assign guards patrols. I'd have
Right.
a guard or a guard dog going around that goddamn thing all night. Because the way my prison, I mean, it was compromised. It was almost like I had every gang in the world supplying my prison with all these narcotics and weapons. I'm surprised that one of these guys didn't get a hold of an AK and just start, blasting.
Waiting for the janitors. I'm not going to hire my guards or my chefs until the last possible second to save the daily fee.
I actually, my favorite part of the game, I think, is cooking. Like I like, I know it sounds ridiculous. I enjoy watching them like cook and make the meals for the prisoners and stuff. I enjoy that part of the game. It's like my favorite thing. I love how they do that. It's
Ah,
weird.
another glitch here.
And when I see that everyone's eating, I'm like, it's satisfying to me to see that like on the to-do list that everybody ate. I don't know, man. It's just I guess everybody has different parts of things that they like, but to
Right.
me it's almost like I feel like okay, I'm doing well if everybody had a full meal today or something. Like I don't know.
All right, let's get these janitors going. I think one janitor per building. Well, maybe not. I'll do two. We're not that big yet.
Right.
And then we're almost ready to build some cells.
You've really now see you were making about 600, and I noticed that the cash flow is down. You're
Mm-hmm.
getting dangerously low there. But once you bring in some prisoners,
I
that'll
could
change.
house.
Turn
I
that
might go ahead
around.
and do that. I may go ahead and let some live in holding for like days. I'll just let like 8 of them in.
Don't you think that will anger them, Joe? I
As long
mean,
as long as I put a bed or two in here.
yeah, but I mean they're going to become vicious once they're put in a cell. That's my biggest fear now when I play this game. I mean, I'm really not. I'm not joking around. Like when I feel like, oh my God, these guys, you're gonna put them in a cell after this, and they're gonna like try to undermine everything you do. I
I'm going to
mean,
go
the
ahead and
AI.
fence this in for now, just because I don't want to block it off any other way, and I'm going to go ahead and get some income rolling in.
Alrighty.
All right, let's see here. We got beds. We got a place to one toilet. Plenty of food. All right, shower. I can do something here too, but I don't think you should need a holding room. Not a holding room. I mean a common room for people in intake. Makes
Trying to
sense.
see. Oh, we are. Yeah, we are live there. I am watching us just to make sure.
That money's going quick.
We're able to embed live. And hello to all of you here at windowsforum.com. If any of you are watching this, I'm going to make sure you are.
Once we do the 2 guards and 2 chefs, we'll get another 10K. So I'm going to go ahead and hire guards.
Let's see. I'll embed the video with a notification on every page of the site.
What do you think? 3 guards, 4 guards?
I'm not sure, Joe. I mean, you have a different layout than I do.
We'll do 4.
If that's edging on, I almost feel like there could be an overkill where you're putting too many guards, and it almost spurs an anger amongst the prisoners. I'm not sure because I don't understand the AI. That's the thing. I don't understand the artificial intelligence in this game.
Right.
And I don't know what motivates the
I don't know why the pathing in this. They're going all the way around this building, and there's a gate open right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's also questionable.
But they'll take the prisoners through the gate.
Right. Maybe they're trying to
no, that's
avoid civilian entrance. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Live event. Yes.
Oh, I slowed it down too much. Let me fast forward again. We could do another grant now.
For the second night in a row. Alright, so I'm going to actually...
I think we'll do the visitation because I think that's the way I did it before. And it seemed to keep them happy.
You think it would bother people if they do an iframe embed code of our video, Joe? On windowsforum.com on every single page?
Yeah, I think that might bother some people. Since this is completely unrelated.
Well, it could be something for them to watch while they're reading.
It's going to change every page they go to.
I mean, they'll just be there temporarily,
We need to start a gaming thread.
I did. I put it in the gaming.
There you go. Okay.
But no one's really paying attention, so I feel like we should grab their attention while we still can, sort of thing. Let's see.
This is annoying me that they're going all the way out to get the delivery all the way around. I'm about ready to get rid of the staff door.
It may be that the development was not expected that you would do something like this, the way that you set up your
Well, let's find out what they do now, because they can't get in unless they go through the gate. It's on lockdown.
Right. Well, they should go around it at that point, I would think.
Dang, they're bringing me 13 prisoners. I was expecting 8.
Well, that's okay. And for those of you who are just watching, this is Mike Fara and Joe Stackhouse, and Joe is playing a game of Prison Architect, which is a prison simulator. We're now about an hour into the game, and we'd like to welcome you just watching it. Feel free to continue to use the forums. This is just something we're doing that is completely unrelated to Windows and technology in general, other than the AI that drives these calculations. Basically, what Joe here is doing is taking on the role of a prison warden and simulating the creation of a prison and the development of it. Right now, he's on day 5. He's built some basic structures that are needed for the prison to operate, and he's continuing on that path now, sort of putting in security precautions, getting ready to set up permanent prison cells, creating a kitchen and a canteen for these virtual prisoners to interact with. Now, the thing is with this game, the difficulty level on this game, for me anyway, it's unbelievably difficult. It's very easy to create these buildings and fortify the place, but I've noticed from playing the game that the prisoners seem to become more and more violent in my prison. Joe seems to have kind of solved that with his methodology, and we're just looking. I'm interested now in just watching him play and see what he's doing differently from me. Like already, Joe, I keep focusing on the kitchen because I think like I said, it's my favorite part of the game. But I like how it's structured. It's very organized and clean. It looks like a restaurant I'd like to go to. It's like I'd love to go there. It just looks different from mine, which would be like a big square, with plopping refrigerators everywhere for no reason. I like the way yours is lined up. And even your office is...
It's got no walls yet. I'll get to that later.
Now, it has no walls, but there's something to be said about that. It's kind of like the office wall, it's kind of like the office. They just, I don't see any... what they should add is... oh my god. What is that?
This is going to be the low risk.
Cell block?
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Because I started working on the visitor room, but I realized I should get this done first. So.
Right. Oh, okay, so that's the visitor room. I see. Okay. So I think they should add cubicles to the game. Well, you sort of could make a cubicle if you just didn't have doors. You just use the walls. They'd just be hard. No, they'd still be offices. They wouldn't be cubicles. That's what I'm talking about. But for those of you who are joining us from the website, if you have any Q&A, you can actually click on the link on the bottom, and you'll be able to go and actually ask us questions live, or you can use the thread located in Windows Gaming, and I could actually answer you live. This is actually a very strange game if you're not familiar with it. Actually playing it's a different story because you're actually putting the lives of virtual prisoners into your hands, and I can't help but think that the game does have some... It's almost like it's making a statement about the prison industrial complex, you might call it, and how this, by its very nature, this is a for-profit prison, isn't it? But see, Joe, when you just went to create something good for your prisoners who just happen not to even be occupying the prison yet, you're already in the red.
Yeah.
And that would actually be, a clean kitchen, a functioning office.
There, my
Um,
short-term grant just came in, so now I'm back up and
right. You still have outstanding money, but you're working on grants, and I guess if you wanted to be a real, you know, uh, sort of tyrant prison owner, private prison owner, you would, have them all working in the workshop selling license plates or something. But right now, it looks like you're focused on establishing a safe environment where these people can be rehabilitated in some way. At least I hope so. Because in my games, when I play this game, forget it. There's no rehabilitation at all. It's sort of like I roll out the tasers and everybody's getting tased, and the don't tase me, bro, guy who asked now Secretary of State John Kerry a question at that university. The don't tase me, bro, don't tase me, bro. He's like one of the prisoners in my prison. I look at it that way. Like he's a political dissident now. That's just being tased over and over. I'm surprised they didn't add pepper spray to the game.
all right, we're gonna start doing cells 2 by 3.
All right. Well, I see that you're doing quite fast, Joe. I'd be worried about making an error.
You can always come back and fix later.
I don't view it that way. It's like, what? That's interesting that you view the game that way. So these are going to be prison cells for Joseph's prison population here.
Wait a second.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, you are changing it. Wow. There you go.
Got to have a place for them to walk.
Right. Yeah, see, that's what I didn't like about my construction. Well, see, yours is not very different, but mine, see, just say the way that you're setting yours up now, mine would be very similar to that, but about, with like 20 cells in it. And I didn't find that to be conducive to any kind of rehabilitation. I mean,
Yeah, but you're in prison, man.
yeah, but I feel like my prison should be like the place that people want to go to get
Do you want a
that.
golf course?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you could place one there and it would help them not commit a crime ever again, it might be worth it. I think this game goes to almost like it really goes to the nature of what is the goal of a prison. There's actually a great novel that I read while I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Are Prisons Obsolete? Now, this was considered by a lot of people in the right, side of politics, conservatives, to be very sort of liberal nonsense. But it's by a woman named Angela Y. Davis,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about constitutional law and human rights. And she makes the argument that it's the same as putting someone in an obelisk or a giant tower, like a mage tower, or the way that they used to punish people in ancient Europe. Her argument is that it may actually be obsolete, and that the abolition of slavery in the United States is actually an illusion, because this is exploitative. And her novel, although short, was actually one of the first to sort of expose this concept that a lot of people didn't know about, that there are for-profit prisons, there are corrupt judges in small towns that work with these for-profit prisons to incarcerate mostly nonviolent offenders. And now we're getting into an issue that has nothing to do with the simulator. I
No,
don't
but it's
think.
interesting.
It's interesting, yeah, and I mean, there was a town where like these 40 kids were arrested for robbing a video store that they never actually robbed. The video store owner or something was part of the conspiracy, and the judge sentenced them to an inordinate amount of prison time, years,
Mm-hmm.
with full knowledge that they were innocent. Not even hearing their side of the case, dismissing the lawyer's arguments, overruling him, excluding evidence. I think he even excluded the video, the the closed circuit video of the robbery.
Really?
Yeah, and he was. I might not have all the facts right, Joe, but this did happen. I forget what town it was in. I wish I still remembered. This was a huge scandal, at least for anyone interested in the legal system and criminal justice system.
Here
And
come our prisoners.
ultimately, the feds busted this whole thing. It was a whole ring. I mean, they were literally convicting people for years, mostly teenagers, to have them work in prison for a for-profit prison. Actually very interesting, and per capita, the United States has more citizens, imprisoned for nonviolent offenses than any other country in the world, including China.
All right, we got our first prisoners. Make sure
Right.
everything goes smooth here. Why are they taking him through the building?
These are minimum security.
Why are they taking him through my office building?
Oh, well, I can help you with that, Joe. This is a situation I can actually help you with, so that they don't never do this again.
Uh-huh.
Go to. Do you have Oh, you don't have deployment researched yet. If you research deployment, you can make sure that only your staff can ever enter that building. You have to
I
research
thought that's what the staff.
deployment.
Here, you know what?
Uh,
I think the reason why is the path is too short. So let me just.
But you can actually block that building off. So only you can assign buildings access to certain groups, including staff only.
Oh,
With
I see. They're taking him over here.
You really need deployment.
Why are they not even
Yeah.
using the holding cell?
There's enough room in the actual
Oh,
cells.
that's why they go immediately there. Okay.
But you should look into researching deployment and making sure that that area is, so they bypass that area. You need to get, oh boy, you need to get it secure.
Yeah. Well, let me do my grants first. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the groundskeeping.
Mhm.
Ooh, the extra grant thing's only 500. Do that
You
too.
You could also try paving the
The road.
walkway. And that yeah, because it actually does increase the speed of the walking, and they may path to the road. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure if it should factor in if the game is designed well. Let's see some of these people's records, Joe.
Video game
Abdul.
piracy.
Ah,
Money laundering.
huh.
Blackmail.
Blackmail. Hmm.
These are minimum security prisoners for now.
Right. And the great part is they have low sentences, short sentences for the most part, I think. So you have a good chance of getting them in and out of your prison while also reducing the recidivism rate, which I seem to care about for no apparent reason. They're not real people.
That's funny.
What's amazing is that we've got this thing plastered all over the website. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anyone's actually watching it. Do they still have the autoplay on the iframe?
I don't know.
I could make it autoplay.
That's interesting. I have prisoners waiting to get into the holding cell, even though they have enough beds for all but one. And they have stuff on them. Look at that. This guy has stuff on him.
Wait, what?
Search prisoner. Metal detector found something.
Ooh. That's nasty, Joe.
So I'm back to positive cash flow.
Right. And now the longer you go without an incident, I think there's also a bonus for you. Let's see if we can
There's not enough
auto.
guards because of all the jail doors and the workmen right now, but
We should ask the people at Prison Architect, the people that made this
see what he
game.
had. Let's see what he had. He's got something. He had a
Ooh,
hammer. He brought in a hammer.
alrighty. Look at this lack of security, even detaining the and transporting the minimum. I would raise his
Oh,
security level
here's my
to
flaw
normal.
though. I thought they were going to come in through the holding cell initially. I should put
I,
a metal detector over here. They're not getting scans for me.
yeah, I would recommend that.
I'm going to
And
put one
one,
right inside there.
where are
Anytime
they?
you go in and out.
Where are they supposed to shower, Joe?
Showers.
Okay, right,
For now, they're going to use that. I got to expand this building, obviously.
right. Ah, there's some water, plumbing that's
Yeah,
needs
the
to be.
workers are waiting on the guards to get in.
Oh, right, yes. I see that they're jumbling out there. There we go. Woof. That guy must be like, what the hell are you guys doing in my cell? All right.
All right, time to eat. I'm going to slow it down a little bit.
Alrighty.
This will be a little bit of a mess since guards have to let them in.
Right. And, you know, you always fear that they're going to make a run for it. Well, I do anyway.
You know what? I need more guards. That's
Ah, the metal detector or something's picking up something there.
yep. This guy right here needs to be searched.
Uh, the pirate.
What's his
Video game
game
piracy.
piracy?
Yeah,
An
he's
indie. Look at this.
pirate.
An indie video game. That is hilarious that they thought of
Yeah.
both.
Looks like he stole.
He has two sons
Prison
and a
Architect.
daughter. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we find on him. Well, once we let him in to eat.
Oh, look, they're commenting on their status, but a lot of them are tired and oh, they just got there. They need some time to settle in, hopefully.
I need to do a solitary cell really quick.
Yes. At least you left room for that. You could create quite a few of them. That's what I did in my prison. It didn't really.
All it has to be is an enclosed room. There's no specific.
Right.
It could be 1 pixel.
Oh, I'm going to try to make this video autoplay on windowsforum.com. Autoplay, YouTube, let's see, embed. See what I have to do to, it's been a while. iframe, right?
Isn't there a solitary door? Yes.
Slow down everyone's bandwidth. Frame, right, question mark, autoplay equals 1. Frame border equals 0. Wow, full screen, yes. All that stuff is already there. I don't know why that. They're giving you quite an option there.
I think I might even need more guards. Doors are becoming an issue.
That's the.
It's secure.
That's the temptress, Joe. Because the more guards you add, I feel like the more suppressed and unhappy your population becomes.
Keeping your population safe too from each other.
Right. Well, I think that also makes them a little bit vindictive, Joe. I think that they don't appreciate, having some guy stare at them for hours.
Oh, I need a gardener. That'll complete this one grant, I think.
That's the temptress. Yes. Okay, so we got it auto-playing on Windows Forum just to annoy people. Hello, everyone out there that's actually watching this video. This is Joe Stackhouse and Michael Fara. Joe is playing the game, and I'm watching him and sort of narrating and discussing with him what he's doing here. He is creating right now, at least a minimum security prison with Prison Architect, and I guess right now he's having some issues with with the prisoners getting quite jumbled up when they're moving about, like they're
Why are they
leaving the
going through the
kitchen.
staff door again without a guard?
And how are they able to do? Oh, I see.
Oh, I
The
see.
cook is coming in and out, and they're
See,
taking advantage.
my last
See,
build, I
that's
never had issues with that.
well. See, that's very dangerous, Joe, because what's going on here is that they could be smuggling stuff through the kitchen.
Oh, I'll find him with the metal detector.
Yeah.
Why are they going over here? To the showers? Yard time. Yard
The
time. That's it.
yard, the yard. Yeah. You know what? What interesting thing is that if you surround the entire map with fence, the entire anything on the map can then become a yard, which is actually kind of neat. Like,
Right.
but I mean, you could make a yard
Screwdriver.
right outside the kitchen because that's fenced off. But I see that I see the logic in what you're doing. I suppose.
Found a screwdriver.
Yeah,
And
not cool.
I don't know what he had.
He may have had nothing, and they get upset when that happens, Joe. Oh, he hasn't been searched yet, right?
No, I just did it again because I'm not sure that he did get searched at all.
Right. And again, for those of you who are tuning in, you can actually do Q&A. If you do click on Q&A, we can respond to your questions live. And Joe Stackhouse here is going ahead and running this prison, minimum security prison. And we're just looking at it to see if there's any way to, although this is just a game, it's a simulation that has a lot to say about the prison system in the United States, at least I think. And how can we make sure that these people don't go back to a life of crime and don't try to destroy the entire prison in the process? In my games, it's always been a failure. It's always ended up with dogs attacking prisoners and people being tasered. So I want to see what happens with Joe's game. Yeah, someone else was discovered with.
Now, are they going to automatically search him? I always tell to manually do it, but does it automatically search him now?
Yes, Joe,
Okay.
it should.
Okay.
But one of the weird things is you put your metal detector pretty far from the door, dude.
Oh,
Normally
did I?
I would put it right in front of it. Yeah, you
Oh,
put
that's
it
a
one.
mistake.
Yeah, yeah. I see you put some workout machines there. If that's what
No,
those are,
that's
right?
as close as it'll let me get the metal detector.
Try hitting R and reversing it.
No,
No. Oh, well maybe that's.
it's the way it
No,
goes.
that must be fine. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, as long as they're actually.
See,
Hitting
eventually I'll put a
tile.
yard over here, but
Right.
yeah.
I mean, you could make internally areas that are just sort of, between the kitchen and.
It's not
up
a
to
good
you, though.
idea.
Don't listen to me because I'm not good at design work with this. I have no idea. So, okay, they're going back now into lockup. That seems like a recipe for disaster. This trail, this march they go on. I don't know why. I just. It's good that you left them a lot of room as far as the hallways and stuff. I had a problem where I never did that. So
And 1 pixel everywhere.
yeah, I mean they literally had no capability to move around, sort of a labyrinth type of situation.
All right, so we got one in holding cell. Let's try to complete the visitation room real quick.
And you believe that the visitation room makes them less likely to try to escape and rebel and so forth?
Oh yeah, it keeps them happy.
Have you done laundry? I mean, do you do their
No,
laundry?
not yet, not yet.
I've done that, and like I said, literally my washing machine exploded, took out half of a cell block, and It happened, and I have no luck in this game. That's why I'm watching you to see what happens. I'm waiting for the uprising to take place, like Spartacus.
Do you get riots? Because I've never had one.
I've had riots, but not recently.
Okay.
Not yet.
2x3. I'm gonna start from here. Oh, I can't fit him, can I? Yeah, I can. No, I can't. Without a wall. I'm gonna have to expand this building already.
Well, I'm watching this, Joe, and I gotta say, how many do you have right now? You have 12, right?
I want to get to
15.
15 because I will hit the grant.
Right. And you have one guy you're
Here's the
over.
thing. I'm gonna save really quick because I'm gonna try the overlapping building thing, and if it doesn't work,
What overlapping building thing?
I'm gonna try to expand this building in place without ruining anything.
Oh, I see. I see. That makes sense.
All right. Sometimes this works. Sometimes it doesn't.
Well, this is part of a strategy game. It's saving the game, and if something doesn't work, you can always go back. I don't consider that cheating.
Oh,
It's
boy.
part of strategy.
We might build double walls. That's the thing. The game's still in alpha, so
Right. And just so you know, Joe, we have at least 5 people who are actively participating right now.
found a saw on this guy.
Yeah, how did he get a saw? It's
I don't know because he's only been to the kitchen, the canteen,
he could have
maybe in the
gotten
yard, but then it would have been caught here. He must have gotten it
oh boy, from the
out
kitchen.
here.
I bet. No,
We're in the kitchen.
once you up your security, Joe, you can trace
Where it was found.
where it's coming from. There are people throwing things onto the yard and smuggling it in through all of that stuff you're bringing in through the delivery system. So you have a smuggling problem already. Just hope it doesn't become an alcohol and drug problem.
I think I'm ready for another gardener yet.
Everybody in my prison in my last game turned into a stoner and was basically just tweaking and attacking and going wild. I mean, literally, that's what happened.
How many guards do I have right now? 4. I'm going to get another one.
All right. So I see. It looks like that's being constructed, Joe.
It looks like it actually did it right.
Right. And in prior builds of this game, it used to take out that entire wall if you did it wrong. In this case, I don't think that's going to happen. It may, and then you just rebuild the wall. Not a big deal.
See how our generator's doing over here. It's almost to full capacity.
And for those of you that are still watching, this is Mike from WindowsForum.com with Joe Stackhouse here as he simulates the construction of a minimum security prison using a game called Prison Architect, which is an indie game that was greenlighted.
Why do they all need sleep when they just... Oh, it's not night yet.
But they need to eat dinner, Joe. But it's my favorite part of the game. It really is. I'm not, I know it sounds funny and stuff, but
look at my meals. Look at my meals, though, right now. As of right now.
You made what? Yeah, you made a bowl of celery or something. What is that? It's horrible. You gave them a salad.
It doesn't say. It just says ingredients cooked. Now, you can change that later, right? You can change the quality of the meals and everything.
Right. It looks like you gave them pea soup. I mean,
I just had some of that tonight. I liked it. It was...
Oh, excuse me, sir. Yeah, they're serving your favorite meal.
I thought I already had gardener. Oh, I do. Okay. Why does it say ×0?
I don't know, but
because I already have.
It doesn't matter. You never have to research it again. You've already researched it.
I'm gonna get clone going.
Yeah, that is actually very useful.
Cells it is. What else? Bank loan.
You should really consider deployment, I would say. Try to get deployment.
We'll get security going then.
Yeah.
and prison policy.
But I mean, by the very nature of the way you're playing the game, your prisoners aren't violent.
Not yet.
Yeah. You're on day 6 though, and I haven't. Your prisoners for the most part they've been incarcerated for stupid reasons, software piracy and you know indie game piracy or whatever. I mean, it's when you have to deal with the murderers and all this stuff.
Right.
Then you got a problem. I mean, I don't know any way to help these people. It really is.
And you wonder why the recidivism rate is so high? They're hard to help.
Is that your official theory, or is that your theory of the game, Joe?
I think people that are messed up enough in general in life to commit murder or multiple murders, it'd be very hard to rehabilitate them. They have to want it themselves.
Right, but then there's the question of you've been in the prison so long, can you ever be rehabilitated, or should you be?
Yeah, I don't know.
I noticed something very odd. Like, this game is sort of realistic because there was it destroyed the wall just like I was worried about. You can always rebuild it though.
Yep.
I was looking, I was looking at some of the sentences, and when you get into the maximum security people that are sentenced and sent to your prison, you'll see some guy, he committed perjury 10 times and he's in jail on a 40-year sentence, and then you'll see a murderer and he's got 25 years.
I think that's a
I
sentencing
mean,
issue.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's a bug or if that's the intentional
Look at
commentary.
that. My prisoners are so good, even without walls, they went back to their bed and went to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, normally mine would be, they'd see the wall got broken down, they'd be rioting and ready to, break out.
We
Have
need at
you?
least 2 more cells. I'm going to do them manually.
I'm surprised you're not going to clone them. Oh, wait, you don't
Well,
have.
it's not done yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is it 2x4?
2x3, I thought. Right click, just
Yeah, it's
get
2 by
out of
3.
it. Okay, yeah. And for those of you who are just tuning in, welcome. This is Mike and Joe Stackhouse. I am currently watching Joe play Prison Architect, which is a simulation of the management of a prison. Currently, Joe has been playing for, I don't know, how long has it been, Joe? About 2 hours?
No, I'm not sure.
Right. Well, he is successfully, seemingly creating a minimum security prison with mostly nonviolent offenders. But I'm looking to see, like, you have a lot of stuff over there, and I'm not
You
sure
mean
what's,
stuff?
like, in that storage area,
Uh,
in the office administrative building. What is that cleaning cupboard? I'm very confused about what that is.
I just always built one because I figured the janitors used it. But maybe I'm wrong.
Right. I thought that. I mean, that looks like bleach or something.
That's what it is.
Right. Shouldn't they be using that on the floors?
Maybe they only break it out when there's blood.
Oh boy. Well, that would be not in this prison. Apparently, everyone's happy.
So far.
Yeah, this is the most peaceful prison ever in the history of the world so far.
Don't jinx me.
Right. Everyone's actually going to bed on time. There's no racket. People here have been convicted for. They should be even more violent. Your prisoners, because they've been convicted and on bogus charges. I mean, what's going on? Didn't pay his parking tickets.
See,
10
this is
years.
a bug. I should submit this to the developers. It happens a lot.
Right, that guy, it says he's just taking a dump right there in the middle of the street, and,
I'm gonna put him in solitary, and then at least he'll get out of there.
right, that he'll
Poor
be
guy.
apprehended and reset. Right, he's perpetually, that guy was perpetually taking a poop in the middle of a doorway.
What other suggestions do you have, Mike?
Well, I'd like to see you bring in normal security prisoners instead of minimum security prisoners.
Okay. We'll do that on
Uh,
cell block B once we get the visitor center done.
okay, and I'd like to see what you do to lower the recidivism rate for your prisoners. I mean, what do you do so that they're not violently trying to overthrow the prison or escape? I mean, that's my biggest problem every time I play the game. Every time, no matter how much security I employ, it's like there's no stopping it. But I'd like to see, what your solution is to that. And I know the visitor center is part of it, but I'm wondering if you brought in with cell block. I'd like to see you continue to expand the prison, and with cell block B, try to bring in, uh, you know, normal security prisoners, and also, quite interestingly enough, I think if you had deployment, I know I keep harping on that. You will be able to prevent you'll be able to prevent the prisoners from entering or being escorted through like the warden's office and things like that because of the pathfinding. You will be able to like just block certain buildings off. You can actually assign tasks to the prisoners and stuff.
And
But
that's
it
with
may,
deployment?
yeah, yeah, and you can actually deploy your units, like your officers, to certain areas of the prison where they
I've
will.
never done the bank loan. How well does that work?
I've never used it, but I think it allows you to go into a temporary debt for a certain amount of time, and it's considered a loan. I'm not sure if that's what that is. The tax relief just lowers um, it lowers basically your tax payments,
Well,
which
that's
if you go to the
actually a pretty
finance
big
group.
deal.
It is. So I think it takes about 40.
10K.
Yeah, it's expensive to research, so
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it, though. I'll play this for a while, so.
right.
Everybody's sleeping. Alright, the visitor's room. I had issues with this before on the pathing of my visitors, so hopefully this time that doesn't happen.
Okay. It would be best if your visitors are escorted through. Maybe it would be better if they are escorted through the administration. But the thing is, you will notice there is a downside to the visitor center, and I'm not sure if you know what it is.
Contraband.
Yes, it's a major source of contraband. In fact, it's a huge source. So you may start seeing the violence that I've seen uh, as you play this game and simulate your adventure here, whatever you're doing. I don't know. you
Oh,
know,
I can't find the visitor. There we go. Still not used to where everything's at.
right. Well, this does give them it does give your prisoners who are mostly nonviolent a way to contact their families. I think that's one of the most decent things you could do, um, considering the gravity of their crimes, which is pretty much nothing. I mean, just click on one of them and okay, let's see what their crime is. Like, can you just
Alright.
click on that
Vandalism.
guy's
He's almost done with his sentence.
vandalism? Right. So he got angry at some guy who messed up his car and keyed it or something. All
Handling
right. So
stolen goods. Gross indecency. False accounting.
right, that guy just got screwed by the company he worked for. False accounting.
See, if
Yeah.
you look at this activity and their mood,
Right. Your guys have a normal mood,
For the
which
most
is
part.
right, and that's something I can't duplicate in mine.
All right.
Their mood's always bad.
We need a common room. Why can I never find this crap when I'm looking for it? Cleaning. Common room. Here we go. We'll make part of this cell block a common room here.
So you're actually focusing on giving them some sort of happiness.
Yeah, I gotta give them give them a pool table, be a couch and a TV.
This is like Bernie Madoff's prison, and
Oh,
this
there's a
is
spoon. I
this
found a
is where
spoon.
they sent what's her name? Who's that woman? What's her name with the ankle bracelet? Uh, she can turn a bunch of bird bones into a birdhouse.
Martha Stewart?
Yeah. Right.
Now, for some
Martha
reason...
Stewart's prison
Oh,
right
no,
here.
they're done eating. Okay.
This is where all the Goldman Sachs employees go when they get in trouble. It's like the the easiest prison in the world.
All right, what am oh, I need one more. Add at least 2 TVs. Oh, that's for
Oh, I see.
visitation. I
They
didn't...
have to wait. They have to watch TV at visitation.
Apparently. Why would you want to do that? Aren't you supposed to be spending time with your freaking family?
Yeah, I don't understand what that would be for.
But they're going right there.
I'm surprised that you didn't put. Well, maybe that's so they can share the latest news
I
or something.
guess.
I'm surprised that you didn't put the common room in the same area as visitation.
Heck no.
It'd be like a relaxed sort of vibe going on, no?
Gosh darn it. I cannot find visitation now. Ah, there we go. Okay. We need 5 phone booths.
Okay.
That should get rid of that grant.
Wait. What are the phone booths for? Why wouldn't you put those in the common room?
You can go in there, can't they?
I'm not sure that they can. Unless they have a visitor.
Well, that was part of the visitation. Oh, I see. But oh, somebody else has something on them. I think you're right. I think I ought to put those somewhere over here. Expand it, maybe. You know what I might do is make these 2 buildings connected. Oh well, for now we'll leave it that way. If they start killing visitors, then we got a problem.
Hmm. I don't think they'll go in there and use the phone, though, Joe.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we will. Is there anyone actually? Normally, it will say on the left-hand corner of the screen that family is waiting to visit, but it looks like in this case,
There were until I built the visitor center. Oh, there
uh,
goes somebody else with something. How did he get? He got it from the common room or something.
well, you have contraband coming in, and the only way for you to find out where it's coming from, Joe, is there's actually if you go to bureaucracy, it's in. Yeah, you get that chief, the police chief. He's going to need an office, though.
How about we build some walls in here?
I would focus on getting him
Oh,
established.
another screwdriver.
Jeez, look, see, they're getting more and more violent, just like I told you. This is
Oh,
my problem. See? Look at this. It's not enough that you gave them visitation rights and that you give them the common room and all this stuff, like protecting their civil rights.
at this rate, I think I should build another. Come here, solitary.
See, now you're going for the cold, hard punishment,
Yep.
and that never worked for me. We'll see what happens.
Oh.
It only has to be 1 pixel, Joe. I don't know why you're.
I'll let him pace back and forth,
Uh,
Should I let some more prisoners in?
I don't think so. I don't think you're able. Are you able to feed everyone in the prison? And that should be one of your objectives. You're
Well,
feeding what percentile? I think you'll need a
84.
bigger. No, I think you need a bigger kitchen, dude.
Is 84 the percent of me feeding them?
Yeah, that means 16%
Didn't eat?
Yeah.
And what if I hire another cook? That probably won't do it.
It might. How many cooks do you have?
The minimum, 3.
Oh,
Yeah, let me do one more and see if that helps.
maybe because you have 4 stovetops, but I
Hey, we
don't
can add
know.
another one of those too. Cooker.
Right.
We'll put another one right here.
I don't know if there's a limitation to. Um,
I think a good idea is like your fridge, like how full it stays.
right.
Well, when they do refill it, because they take stuff out of it. Yeah, I think one more cooker is a good idea because look, they're using that to like the max.
I see.
So we got
Yeah,
one more cook
now
and
they're
another
bringing
cooker.
one in. Yeah.
That should do it. Why is it not up
Hopefully.
against the wall? I guess it is.
Um,
See, I always went by like the meal gauge this way and the prisoner gauge. I wasn't paying attention to his percentage.
right. But there's also a reason why. See, you don't have that many prisoners right now. And so if even one of them is put in solitary while a meal is being eaten,
Oh, right.
then you lose a big percentage. So who knows what reason that was actually. You may still be feeding everyone. I don't
Right.
know. Not many people wanting to visit in visitation there, eh?
Yeah, I've only had like 2 families. Oh, here we go. Here's somebody.
Alrighty. There
Hey, they do
go.
use the phone. Look.
No, I've had maximum security. Yeah, their family's there waiting for them, and the guy's using the telephone. Anyway, oh, there goes a hammer. See, what is going on here?
That's okay, as long as I'm catching it.
Now, I've had maximum security prisoners go into visitation, and it's my opinion, as a former warden of the virtual simulator here, that they should not, maximum security prisoners should not be given visitation rights. Because I actually had an incident where a maximum security prisoner killed everyone in the visitation room, including his own family.
You know what they need in this game is a little more selection, though. You got this standard visitor table. What happened to the glass pane? You know what I mean?
Well, the game is in alpha, Joe. I mean,
Right, but I'm just saying they should offer 2 or 3 levels. That way, for your lower ones, you can use these. Like this,
oh,
this is fine for my prison right now, but I don't have any maximum
but
security.
you're saying that they should be under, well, right behind bulletproof glass or whatever. Or
Right,
that,
there should be different
right.
options for the visitation tables or something.
Right. Well, maybe that's something to suggest to the
Hey,
developers.
look at this, constantly getting busted now.
Right. They're becoming more and more dissatisfied. And if I were you, I would actually get
What
that
was that?
psychology.
Cigarettes?
Oh, they're starting to bring in It starts with the cigarettes.
Before you know it, they're putting balloons up their butt full of Coke.
What I would tell you to do is get that psychiatrist and find out where their needs are not being met. But everything like that costs you money, you know. I understand that. That's the only. Oh, and research contraband. Wait till you see what's going on here. You won't. It's under your nose and you don't even realize it. Wait till you see the pipeline of stuff coming into your facility, where you're getting power screwdrivers. These guys have power screwdrivers. Like, what are they doing?
Wait,
They're in jail for a very basic, almost no reason. It doesn't even make sense.
because I needed one more cell to complete that, and I didn't do it. Oops. Dang it.
So the way that you've designed this is fascinating because I don't know. I mean, are they able to take a full shower within the time allotted to them?
Well, maybe not. I do need to put a shower in here. That was for the holding cell. You know what I mean? It was not meant to be for everybody.
Right, right.
It wasn't meant for them to be shipped all over the place like that. So maybe I'll do that up here.
I see.
Good idea. Then they won't have to leave their cell to go shower either. I mean, the block.
Right, right. They won't have to go on a long journey or whatever you want to call it.
God darn it. I can never find the rooms when I want to. Shower.
Right.
Oh. Oh.
This is how Joe does shower room.
So we've got about 12 viewers on right now. If anyone has any questions, please go to the page, the Google page that is actually linked from the video, and let us know if you have any questions. You can use the Q&A button, and we can actually respond live to you at this time. Once we're done recording live, this video will be posted to YouTube, just for fun, video game.
I don't know why, but I've lost all audio in the game too.
I have no explanation for that. You told me that you had that problem before, before this, but I've never experienced that. It could be something about the configuration of your machine. I don't really know. So Joe, you're not even covering up that shower?
No.
Oh, so I see. It's
I don't need a room for it. Just need a wall.
that's kind of gross, dude.
It's a prison.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not, you know.
You're so worried about these prisoners, Mike.
Don't drop the soap in that shower. That's what that's all about. Excuse me. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, what? Dude, you could at least like give them a door to open.
Nope. That just slows
All right.
down the process, man.
If you say so, right?
I mean, what's the door going to do? You're going to have at least 10 guys in there at once anyways.
Oh my God, that's.
You know? A door's not going to do anything.
Oh, that's something that I noticed in this game. All the prisoners are male. But
That's
what if
true.
they should give you an option to run a female prison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least have a women's ward.
Yeah, like now then you have an issue of how are you going to separate, make it separated.
All right, so now we're getting staff members that are exhausted, probably because I don't have enough of a certain type of staff member.
Do you have
I have a room over here.
a room for them to rest in? The
Yeah.
staff room, yeah. It doesn't seem to be
They go in it from time to time. Maybe he just... Oh, it's this guy. He's going in there now. Okay.
Oh, well, the foreman. He probably just
Yeah.
needs a rest.
I just caught him at a bad time. He was going in the door.
Right. He's tired of working so much
All
overtime.
right. So we don't
sitting
have...
in his room.
We need some more... Let's see here. Health and well-being. Build a medical ward. At least 2 doctors. We'll go ahead and do that next.
That's actually pretty important. The health and well-being. You do want a doctor on standby.
Hire security chief. Hire 10 guards. See, this will be close to what I'm already doing.
All right, so you'll probably get credit for that. Some advance credit, I think.
Build a
Unless you
staff room. Have at least 5 guards without assigned duties. That I'll get right away, won't I?
I guess not. Let's see. What didn't you accomplish? Build a staff room. Have at least 5 guards without assigned duties. Ensure none of your staff are exhausted. Well, you have one that is exhausted.
But he's resting right now.
And that is a staff room. Is it missing anything? No.
No.
You have 5 guards that have
Yeah.
no assigned duties. Oh, wait a second. Maybe they're trying
There
to
you go.
say.
That's because I had it paused. That's why.
Oh, okay.
There we go. That was easy. So
Right.
let's go get another one.
Yeah, I mean, you have 10 people watching this, Joe. Don't keep pausing the simulation. I mean, give our audience something to watch.
All right.
All right. So this is surprising. You're actually going to go for the laundry and kitchen and cleaning
Yep.
with the prisoner work.
You know what I'll
study.
do? I'll make it its own room, Mike, so if it does catch on fire, at least it'll be that one building.
Nah, you know what? It just needs a sprinkler. It just needs a sprinkler. And I think that
You're reminding me I should put some in the kitchen.
right, the chances of a washing machine exploding has got to be pretty low. I think in my game I was just very unlucky.
Sprinkler. Sprinkler. Where are you, sprinkler?
It's right next to the drain,
Oh, there we
right
go.
side.
Yep. I don't know what area. That's another thing the developers need to do. When I pop this down, before I pop it down, it should show me a cloud area of what this will cover. Because I have no idea.
Right.
So I'm going to put one. I have no idea if that's going to cover those cookers.
I think if you put it over, like on top of them, it will. I don't know for sure though, Joe.
There's your beautiful shower, Mike. See?
Very nice. Do you have a gardener?
I do.
Well, you have some kind of flowers growing
I have
up
2
the side of that
gardeners.
shower. I see.
There's stuff all over the place. What are they not? You should be able to punish your staff too.
You can, Joe. It's called firing them.
He's just standing in the storage area. Look at this. Both of them are.
The problem is they're carrying the staff key. They're probably resting at night, maybe. The staff key can be pickpocketed, just so you know. Stolen and... Oh, there's no research taking place. You never built an office for the security chief.
Oh, I didn't, did I? I hire him?
I think you did.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Do that really quick. Even though my offices for now are just...
Temporary.
Yes.
Sort of a makeshift
Ooh,
construction.
I don't have much room for one, to be honest.
What about next to the door? No?
Will it be big enough for walls? See, I can expand up, but not down too much.
Right.
Let's expand the building.
Oh, yeah. Just for those watching, thanks a lot for tuning in. And this is, again, Mike and Joe. We're here with Prison Architect. It's a simulation game, as you can see. And Joe is demonstrating how to operate a prison without the prisoners going wild and rioting. And I find this game to be very interesting. I think Joe does too.
Here's my first release.
Your first release?
In 3 hours.
Oh, the gentleman is leaving. Yes.
Oh, that's nice. The
He
perimeter
served
wall
his-
stayed up.
He has served his term.
I want to find him and see if he's happy. before he
Find out
goes.
what his stats are. Yeah, see what his.
Levi Boucher.
If you
At least they're
go
sleeping.
to
Here he is.
there he is. That's the vandalism
He
guy.
had a mediocre experience. It's normal and.
Right, he had 2 days. 2 days. That was his. He's only spent 2 days in the prison.
He came
thought
in
he-
with like most of his sentence done.
Oh, I see.
Go figure. All right. Let's
And
get this off.
he's only been there for 2 days and he's already upset. See, if you had
Wouldn't you
more,
be? It's prison.
yeah, but I mean, what is going on here? I don't think you get it, Joe. I mean, if you had normal security prisoners, these are minimum security prisoners that you have. If you had oh, what are you doing?
What are
The
you
counting.
doing? Get out.
Counting.
Oh well, we'll just do it there.
I mean, you would have a full-scale riot on your hands right now if these were medium security.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. And
Well,
you get
we'll
into
work
a
on that block
situation.
next.
It's a violent cycle. I'm telling you, it is. Because you get into a situation with these prisoners where they start to resent being there for whatever reason, and no matter what you do, you can't satisfy their needs or whatever. I don't know. It's strange. I don't know if it's overly realistic or if it's too simplistic, really.
Filing cabinet. Yes, I know I don't have any walls on my offices, people, but I don't care at the moment. We're kind of doing quick play here, so.
Right. This is sort of a. This is a. Oh, it's like a campaign office or something.
As soon as he gets his chair, I'm plopping the chief down. There, he's released. He's going out.
There he goes.
Nobody
Free
to
at
pick him
last.
up even.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. They should.
Oh, what's this? Danger. Danger level is low and increasing.
Right. See, now your chief.
Is this because I have the
Police.
psychiatrist?
No,
I didn't.
it's because you have the police chief or
We
the
have
security
serious
chief.
complaints. Let's find out what the complaints
He
are.
will tell you what's going on. Okay.
Where do I need to look at?
Well, first of all, if you go to deployment, I'll solve that issue for you of people going in and out through the.
Okay.
Okay. Now select. Yeah, you see how you selected
Staff
that? You just had
only.
it. Staff only. Make that staff only. And now you don't have you will not have a problem.
This is minimum security visitation only.
Okay, if you want
What's
to go
shared?
play it that way.
What is shared?
Shared is everything right
Okay,
now.
gotcha.
Everything else is shared. Right, so you see you have max security.
There we go. That should do it.
Right. So you make sure if you do staff only, that'll make sure that no one will go into that kitchen now. That's not staff. Obviously, I think the police.
I need to see what the complaints are, though. I have to go for the.
The psychiatrist, yeah.
Yeah, time to do that now. Oh, I can already hire.
You just need an office, though. You need more office space.
Always something, I tell you.
Well, I mean, the guy's not going to work in a prison without an office. I agree with that, even. He's risking his life just to.
Well, the good thing I have a lot of money to spend right now. I don't have very much daily income, but I do have quite a bit of money stocked up.
Right. Your prison is generally successful, and I would say that's mostly due to the fact that your minimum security, and your prisoners by their very nature are non-violent offenders, as far as I can tell, anyway. I mean,
Yeah, we'll do B cell block will be medium. Oh no, we are on medium.
what are you talking about?
Prisoners.
No,
Normal.
your prisoners are gray. They're wearing gray suits, so that means that they are
Oh, I thought I did.
uh,
Oh.
low risk. Yeah,
So we'll do some normal ones once we get
you'll
another cell block.
you'll see what happens, Joe. It's not going to be pretty, that's for sure. And I don't know why either. You know, I have no way to stop it.
Minimum security only. Minimum security only.
Well, you don't want the holding cell to be minimum, right?
No, but the yard.
Oh, I see.
He can sit in there until he gets back to their cell and go to the yard.
See,
I don't really care.
once you start bringing in other, how do you put it? Once you start bringing in uh, multiple classes of offenders, uh, you can actually determine their regime, their regimen. I call it regimen. I don't know why it's called regime. Maybe that's a British word for regimen.
Yeah, it could be. Why is he not searching him? There we go.
You can
Screen.
determine it by their class. You know, you can determine if they ever go to the yard or not based on.
You know what's really ticking me off
Security
right
rating.
now is my groundskeepers are. I mean, are these flowers normal? Are they supposed to be cleaning them?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does that happen to you?
I don't know. You could always track your groundskeeper and see where they are, what they're doing.
There, gardener.
But I thought you have two though, no?
Yeah,
Where's the other guy?
I don't know.
Oh, you lost the wall.
Time for more offices.
There is a way, if you go to staff and you hover over the two gardeners, you can find out where they are. It'll just sort of zoom over to. Oh, they're both sort of just standing there.
What's up with that?
Well, you could fire them.
That's
I mean,
all
I
they
don't know.
do
They're
all
not
day long?
Well, if they're not gardening, then fire them and hire new ones. I don't know. Maybe they're bugged.
Gardener keeps your prison nice and tidy. Okay, I'm gonna stick them right in the middle.
Could be a pathing issue. If they go right back to the storage room,
But what are they trying to get to?
it's possible they're trying to get outside the gate. I
The
don't
gate
know.
opens. Oh,
See
hey,
where
look,
they go
there they go. There they go.
All right, so now they're
They
going
were
to work.
bugged. I think they were bugged. Oh, you know they weren't. Look, there's some clean stuff here. And here.
Well,
Maybe they just can't keep up.
well, I wouldn't go crazy. You only have $89 coming in. I
Alright,
wouldn't-
anyway. Let's get this done.
All right, just adding some electricity there. I see.
We're gonna get an office. I don't remember what they have to be. 4x4. Yeah, 4x4.
4x4. Yep.
And we'll actually do walls on these. We'll keep these nice and. Give him a door. Make him feel important. The warden doesn't even have a door.
Right. He doesn't even have a wall.
He doesn't even have walls. And a chair. I think they should even make these chairs and desks like optional, and depending on the person's office, they're not as productive unless they have them.
This
Somehow.
is something you could recommend to the developers. I mean, it's still an alpha. I mean, that's the great thing. They're still adding features all the time. So something as simple as a chair, maybe it should affect their productivity.
Or maybe if you give them multiple file cabinets, they give you better records. I don't know. Ooh, a saw. We're getting this crap out.
Oh, they're getting more violent. I bet you somebody threw that over the fence, Joe. Once you have contraband researched,
I think I do.
no, not yet. It's
5 hours.
yeah, it's because he doesn't have his office yet. I don't think, or maybe because he's
He's
doing
doing deployment.
deployment.
Yep, that's
Right.
why.
Yep. Oh, right. He has his office. You're getting the psychologist's office to find out what's wrong with these people. There's nothing wrong with them. They're in jail for running a red light or something. So you have the minimum security here.
All right,
All right.
let's see what's the problem with these prisoners. I'm going to pause it for a second.
Well, they're not going to be happy, that's for sure. One guy had a battle axe. You know, he's very unhappy. And you found tools on him. You found drugs. Punishment has been 10. Reform has been 0. He has a 2% reoffending chance. So he's never offending again. Very unlikely.
But
What's
why are
his?
they unhappy?
Well, you have to hover over him, and it will give you a list of his needs. So his
Well, he's on
bladder.
lockdown because he did something wrong.
Oh, right. His bladder is good because he's going poo, and what does that say? Bowels? I can't read it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Well, but see, those are his needs: family, freedom, food, recreation. He's not being fed adequately, Joe. I think you need to improve
I
the
don't like the
kitchen.
gauges here. These plus signs make no sense to me.
Well, when it's green, that means it's in good shape, and it's the more plus signs, the worse. I think it's like that guy wants exercise and clothes. They all want clothes, big time. Freedom and family.
Why is family? They have a visitation center.
I don't know why. I don't know why their family's not visit. Maybe they need that phone in the. Maybe they need a phone in the common room. But I don't see them going. They're not going to the common room because I don't think you're giving them any free time, are you?
I don't know. Is it built in the default schedule?
Check the schedule. Just click on where it says eat or whatever. Yeah, regimen or regime or whatever they call it.
Yeah, they get a little bit of free time.
Right? They have an hour, 2 hours a day of free time. I don't see why.
Where's family time? Is that free time?
I think it actually cuts into whenever the family gets there, they actually give an exception, I think. See how you have minimum and normal now? I don't know if you noticed that. Split in two. So you do have normal security prisoners coming in, I think.
Well, it's going up higher. 8 prisoners have serious complaints. 1 prisoner have been unnecessarily searched recently.
Right, that upsets them. When you do carry out a punishment, that is a deterrent, but it seems to depress them or something. It prevents them from acting out, but it sort of makes them even more upset or something, angry, vindictive, antisocial.
Come on, where's it at? Here we go.
All right, so there's the creation of another yard.
Speed it back up again. The only thing I don't like so far is I can't find out 5 prisoners have serious complaints. I think it's temporary. I think they're bouncing on and off. I don't think it's a constant. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think if you're, oh, look at that hammer.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to get it to a point where if these were normal security prisoners, I think they would have already you'd have had to have orchestrated they would have orchestrated an attack on your security personnel already.
1 prisoner say they were well treated.
I don't know who that
I
who
haven't
that
seen them
is.
use the shower yet. They're still using this yard. Well, they will be for a while till this one's completed, I guess.
Right. I mean, yeah, I think they'll try to get to the closest yard near their cell, or whichever one they perceive to be the closest. The artificial intelligence on this is pretty interesting. Oh, look, see, you have rubble there too, and that's what when my washing machine exploded in my prison, I had that problem, and I could not get rid of it.
You bulldoze it?
I don't.
Oh, they took
I
it
didn't.
out. There,
Oh,
trash bag.
oh, well.
Another pack of cigarettes.
Okay, what are we looking at there, Joe?
At what?
Oh, the yard. You're putting a right metal detector.
Metal
in there.
detector needs the, yeah. They're cleaning up the rubble, look. Maybe.
Hmm.
Maybe not.
Oh, I see. Oh, wait, no, they're not. The
Just
rubble's
raking.
not that big of a deal. Yeah, they're just sort of. Those things you installed in the yard, what are those, weight machines?
Yeah.
They're weights? Oh, okay.
I don't know if they use them out there or if they should be in the common room. I have no idea.
I think that they will use them out there.
So the pool table helps freedom a lot, it looks like. And recreation, maybe?
Hmm.
Clothing. Maybe I should do a laundry next. What do you think? And then do cell block C?
Sure, if you think. You figure it out because my methodology has failed. My ability to create a prison that doesn't riot. Forget it. They don't necessarily riot, but they attack.
2 visitors are on site. I'm trying to see if there's any other thing I can quickly do to get... Not that I need the money. You know what? I don't need the money. So let me just go ahead and... Eventually, I'll make this entire thing the kitchen, and then a big mess hall, and then we can do the low security with the normal security, both eating in here.
Okay. You are losing money now, Joe.
I know, 15 bucks.
I don't know why.
I need more prisoners.
Oh.
You know what? I could...
What's going on down there?
They're waiting to get out the door.
Okay. Oh.
Out
Oh,
time.
okay. Yeah, I just noticed that they're going around the kitchen and not in it, thankfully, again.
It's fun to watch them sometimes.
I think
spend
the
a lot of
most
time building, but
right, the most important part of the game is their eating, I think, because when I first started playing this game, I noticed that they they would often attack each other while eating.
are they
And
even using this cooker? Look. I'm not...
maybe not this time. Maybe they don't have enough fridges for it. I don't know.
There they go.
Oh wait,
There
yeah,
they
they're
go.
using it. Yeah. Well, I noticed when I first started playing, excuse me, just hit the mic, that they wouldn't, like, they would start fighting each other in the kitchen, and that's where all the fights would happen when I built one, and I was very disenfranchised. So anytime I've tried playing this game and I establish a kitchen where everyone is able to eat, I'm very happy that it's done peacefully and that they have a good meal and stuff. Because I feel like if you were in prison and maybe you're not such a bad person, maybe you were even found guilty when you're actually not guilty, at least you should be able to eat a meal without being, attacked.
He got stuff not in the kitchen because he already went through one metal detector. He got it from out here in the
I
empty
kind of,
area.
what, somebody's throwing or bringing things
That was
into
a
the
spoon,
prison.
though.
You
That's
have
why
you'll
it's
look.
been
Go to
busted here.
Contraband. The Contraband icon is available now. You can find out where it's coming from. Click on it.
Alright. Alright.
All right. Now, if you look
Figure-
at dangers, you'll see this is what's available now. But you can view the last 24 hours, and that thing gives you a real Uh,
Oh, the
some real
saw's coming from the storage, but how's it getting out of there?
corruption.
That is weird.
Corruption, dude. Somebody is sneaking it out and giving it to them. Probably,
How do you
maybe.
get it
I don't know.
24 hours? Okay, I see.
This is interesting. Now you're gonna see
Oh, it hasn't been that bad.
where things are popping up. There's also look,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
say
Smuggled in.
smuggled. Who
That
is
was smuggled in. And the spoon was actually smuggled in. That's interesting. That's
right?
why it didn't get found here.
Wasn't even from the kitchen because they can't get right.
Look at the metal detectors though. They're definitely doing their job.
Right. You're detecting them there.
Everywhere they're at, yeah. So they don't have time to like cause any trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
But where?
interesting.
Right. See, the thing is, who's smuggling it in and why? It's kind of creepy, you know.
All right.
Also, how come they're not taking a shower ever? Like,
I
are they?
still haven't seen that. Yeah.
I think they prefer some privacy, Joe, like I said, and they don't like that weird shower you created.
But there's another one down here. And I don't know if
Um,
I've seen him use it either.
well, at 8 a.m., is there something stopping them from showering?
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's fast forward it and watch. Oh, while I'm doing that, let's research some stuff, right?
Now, also with deployment, now that you have it, you can actually assign. Just say there's a trouble area in your prison. You can assign, like you know, guards. Like just say you want a guard always in the cell block,
Mm-hmm.
patrolling the cell block. You can assign one guard to the cell block, and when that guy gets tired, they'll switch him out with another guy, and he'll basically just patrol.
That's
Just
cool.
the same way that you can block off access. It's very similar.
I see. We'll have to put that to use once I get more guards. I've only got.
You're definitely going to need deployment when you do cell block B. I think.
I think
'Cause
I should start that.
they're going to go wild on you and
Let's
wait till
start
you
cell block
say
B.
they have no remorse.
Block
I
B
mean,
is
there's
going to
something
be.
wrong. There's something wrong. If you're providing them with a pool table, I mean, this is like the Club Med of prisons over here. You're giving them a pool table. You've got telephones, visitation rights, a pretty nice kitchen, 2 showers, 2 yards.
Mike,
Will
Matt,
here
it's
today.
cell block B.
Oh my God! You're asking for antisocial behavior now, Joe.
I want to
mean,
see a riot. Come on now.
well, you're going to get one, and it's the same problem that I've experienced in the game, and you're going to see it. I mean, I don't think I've even created one that big. That's kind of crazy.
I got the clone tool now. We're gonna go for it, man.
Well, I mean, where are they going to eat? And aren't you going to give
I'm
them a
gonna.
big kitchen? And
I might because.
I mean,
Well,
look how small the rest of the place is. Like you're basically looking like the Death Star of.
Mike, this is gonna be my money maker.
They're going to run wild and kill your warden
Come on, have some
before
faith,
the
man.
day
Have some
before it's
faith.
over. All right, all right.
We're
This
just
is
having fun. We're just having fun here. Come on.
right. You're building a monstrosity, and you worked so hard to create what was a nice prison.
It'll still be
See,
nice.
the thing is, Joe, you're hurting them like animals, and so they're going to behave like animals. It's big,
Think? What if
Yeah.
I give them their own little pods within the cell block? Like 3
What do you mean?
pods.
What do you mean, like pods?
3 common rooms, those small ones, but you know.
I don't know about that, Joe. I
Oh,
don't.
they're showering. There, they did go shower.
All right. Well, those are the minimum
Hey, look,
security
my
people.
danger level went down.
You should be training the minimum security people to do tasks like work in the kitchen and clean the prison and stuff, because you're not going to want them around these other.
How did I go from a negative daily cash flow to a positive?
Oh, go to your finances or click on that. It's because you've gone a certain amount of time without any incident. And so you're gaining
Oh,
41 days without an accident or incident.
4.1.
Oh, 4.1, right? 41. What am I talking about? All right, yeah, sorry.
Well, let's see what else we need. Right here, 3 guards to patrol routes.
That's very easy.
But I don't want to take the guys I have now. I don't want to hire 3 more.
No, no, no. Just put them on a temporary patrol route and then take them off.
Oh, really? It's that simple?
Yes, it is.
All right. I don't even know how to do that, dude.
Okay, go to, I think it's deployment, if I'm not mistaken, and click on the left-hand side, guard patrols, right?
Okay.
Now, to assign patrols, click an existing patrol square. Now, you don't have any patrol squares. Basically, it's create a line where you want the patrol to, that guy will go pace back and forth there now. So that's basically what you're doing there. It's kind of like his
Well, how do
path
I know
following.
there's 3 of them?
You can assign 3 to it if you want. Uh,
So what do I
now
do?
that
Go to
you know,
guards?
no, go back to guard patrols.
Okay.
And instead of now right click, I think, if I'm not. Oh
No.
wait, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Click on that. Um, double click. Oh, double left click.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Right.
Okay, and now I want to get rid of it.
Yeah. Then right click on the icon, and they
Oh,
will
wait, I
patrol.
still have to hire 10 guards, though.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do it because
You're going to
once,
go into a negative balance.
but once this goes up and running and I'm gonna let like 10 in. You know what I mean? Well,
All
let's wait
right.
until the building's done. Let's wait.
If you say so. It's your prison.
So far, it's not going too bad.
No, but you're creating this monstrosity of a building nearby, and I'm telling you, it's going to be total chaos.
I really don't want these guys on patrol, though. I'm gonna take them off until I
I'm
get the
pretty
10
sure you can
guards.
say, yeah, you can just disable that. Especially since that's not, I don't know, that's even an important area for them to be patrolling.
No, I was just trying to meet the requirements.
Yeah, yeah.
You could be opening doors and watching prisoners instead of patrolling this crap.
Right. I don't like the patrols. I prefer to assign them to like the cell blocks and areas where there would be, normally some kind of criminal activity going on.
Well, they're using the new yard. It gives them some freedom and exercise.
Yeah. And there's that giant megalith building next door that's going to house all the world's most dangerous criminals.
Maybe I'll do a
Absolutely
separate
insane.
kitchen. What do you think? Or should I put the normals in with the low risks?
I think you're safe putting them in with the low risks, but only if you manage that building correctly. I wouldn't make that all cells, dude. You should you
No?
need to you should have maybe even compartmentalize
Look at
it.
that. Look at that. Thing of beauty.
That's a nightmare what you're creating there, and it's a danger to. Oh, you got a guy with a saw in the other room. You should definitely fence the building off if you can. Try to make sure no one can escape if you're going to.
Well, I'll fence this area for now. You know what I mean?
Right. You're definitely going to need a very large yard. It'll need to be patrolled, probably with armed guards or something, dude. Because once everybody's in a big crowd together, they tend to get into arguments. And remember, when you bring in normal security prisoners into your prison, not only are you dealing with, well, you're dealing with the problem, whereas some of them are low security, some of them really are normal security, but some of them are justifiably, they should be maximum security prisoners. Some of them are convicted murderers under normal security. And it's weird that that's the case, but it's sort of like you're getting a mixed bag. So you never know what's going to happen with these people.
These guys behave pretty well. Maybe I should make one big building with low risk, and then one with medium, and then one with high.
I don't know. Even the low-risk prisoners wouldn't tolerate that type of building, Joe.
I don't think it's the building, Mike. I think it's them having everything they need.
Now, you know what? Well, you see, you have it very well designed in that area, and they're not all in one giant, like, slummy prison. And I think when you create a big building like that, it encourages antisocial behavior. In fact, some studies show in real life that it does, which is why, in housing, even, they create townhouses now and not these large project buildings.
Is there anything else I should be researching, or?
You probably want to look at...
What does land expansion do?
Will expand the size of your land. It'll make
Really?
the prison land bigger. Yep.
Even on a larger map, it will.
I think so. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. What I would worry about is you might want to look into armed guards with tasers and heavy weaponry at this point. Did you ever create a? I'm wondering, did you ever bring in like a medical doctor? You've never needed one. That's almost amazing. I've needed one a lot. I mean, in my game.
Let's see. That's part of one of my 2 doctors in a medical ward.
All right, that's pretty easy. A medical ward can be any size. All it needs is one medical bed. I think you're going to need a big medical bed, or a big infirmary, especially since you're building this giant monstrosity. I don't know.
Nah.
And for those watching, this is Mike Fara with Joe Stackhouse. Joe Stackhouse is actually playing the game right now, and he created a prison over the course of several hours. He's now ruining it by building this monstrosity that really this extra building that's twice the size of anything in his prison, and he's just going to use it to warehouse normal security prisoners. I'm not sure if he's even going to give them running water. I'm not sure what he's doing anymore. He sort of just lost it. So.
Yeah, I had you until I did that, didn't I?
What do you mean?
What if I put the medical ward in here?
It'd probably make more sense, dude, than... I mean, look at that. I don't know what to tell you.
He doesn't like my big building, folks. He thinks they have to all be small.
No, what I'm trying to say is that this building is encouraging antisocial behavior already, and no one's even in it. I mean, I look at that and I want to kill somebody. It's just it just has no
character.
You carefully designed this entire prison up to this point.
Right, but how am I going to make money?
Carefully,
I've got 15 beds in here. This one should actually be bigger too.
Yep. this. This is the prison industrial
Yeah,
complex.
yeah.
They should make a game like this, like Military Architect. And well, I mean, this is a great commentary on the state of prisons in the United States. You're basically saying right now, how am I going to make money? And you're
Yeah.
not thinking about the quality of life of the prisoners. You're just
I'm
building
not. You're
some
right. I'm
giant
thinking about how many I can
fortress.
jam in there.
Right. I mean, without them rioting and starting, killing everybody.
You have a point, Mike.
It's crazy, dude. You've spent so much time meticulously creating this other part of the prison. Nothing was ever really the same. You carefully molded the kitchen and made it nice, and yay, ha, everybody's happy.
But it's too
And now
tiny, Mike.
now
It's
you
too
just got
tiny.
a giant square
The
box.
kitchen can only serve like 15 prisoners, as is.
Right, I agree, but
I'm not making much money off these guys. Actually, this is only one load, Mike.
then
One truck.
then prepare
Oh.
for maximum security.
Something else I forgot. Those drains also have to be diagonal. I know it sounds stupid. I know, right?
Well, I said you should have. I was hoping that you were going to take this in a different direction and focus your efforts on rehabilitation, but you never actually did.
Okay,
Instead, you
Mike,
just.
to make you
What is
happy,
that thing?
this building will have rehabilitation in it too.
You're going to need to, because they're going to be mentally damaged just from being in that building.
Should I take
I
in
mean-
one more load and let some of them stew in here? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think that would be, there's no room for them in there, really. And you might get a large amount of people, 15, up to 15,
All right, what's our next medical ward? Hire 2 doctors. Should I put the medical ward in here?
You're definitely going to need to make that a priority, only because you're going to be housing so many prisoners that even if they're all peaceful, still there's one rotten apple will go wild and attack everybody. So what is that now, Joe?
It's going to be the medical ward.
I think the fence might be blocking its construction. Oh, yeah.
Come on. I might need to hire another worker. It's getting kind of...
What you should do is, for inside that big building you built,
Mm-hmm.
you should probably just, if you click on the jail door, you should probably just keep it open.
Oh, I see what you're
You
saying.
know what I mean? Because, somebody has to keep going and opening it for them.
Not very good security, though, Mike.
Yeah, but there's no one in there, Joe. There's no one even desires to go in
What
there.
if they go in and shank a worker? Come on.
This is their low security. I don't think that's going to happen.
Come on, get rid of the rest of the fence. There you go. All right, we need... Has to be a jail door for them to come in, doesn't it? Yeah.
For who?
Prisoners into the medical ward.
No, it doesn't.
No?
In fact, I'm pretty sure that they are escorted in.
So
by
staff
the-
door work.
They're the staff door, yeah.
Oh! Oh! That's my
Joe.
bad. That's my bad because this...
Let a prisoner escape. You're about to lose a lot. You let him escape. You're still chasing him around.
Handling stolen goods.
He was almost.
There's no way I'm going to catch him before he goes. There's no way.
He wants his freedom. That's his top priority, and he
There's
got
one
it.
escape. Oh! Okay,
What
that's
are
a
you
worker.
doing? Cover that again. You've become, terrible.
All because of a fence that doesn't block diagonal.
You've become greedy.
Is that it, Mike? Look,
You're
it didn't even
risking
build it right. I think it's a glitch.
safety.
Look, it's not building this. There it goes.
You're risking the safety of the outside world in order to make money in this horrible prison or whatever. Like you just let some guy just run out. You did not look at the ramifications of your construction this time.
I'm gonna use a jail door because you know what? They should be escorted and metal detected.
Always metal detected. How that finds packs of cigarettes sometimes, I don't know. But it's the lighter.
I'm surprised this is going on for as long as it has. Oh, there you go.
Oh, let's see. Should I let
That's a
staff?
huge. That is an enormous building for an infirmary.
Maybe we can put something else in it too.
Well, you're going to need a morgue after you build
I kill
this.
some prisoners.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're becoming reckless with this. You had a good thing going with your minimum security thing, but
It was just because of the wall, but look, I bet you can happen right there too. I don't know. Does that look secure?
remember though that you don't want generally you don't want prisoners to access the any area of the medical ward. So you don't even want them walking past it because there's syringes in there. You've got all
As long
sorts
as
of
there's a jail
contraband.
door on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I
But
guess
it'll be a big problem for your police if they somehow rip through that door and get in there.
So infirmary. Does it have a minimum requirement? Indoors medical bed. Okay, they come in here.
Right, really all you need is a medical bed, Joe.
Yeah, let's do
I
a
mean,
couple though. You know, what if I get a riot and
um, all right.
all right? Do I need beds?
Medical bed in the infirmary, yes.
Okay, as soon as I find it.
It's let me see. It's medical bed. It's right under the serving table,
Gotcha.
right to the right of the filing cabinet. Okay. Wow.
We can treat 3 people at a time, huh?
Well, that's really if they're unconscious and dying or severely injured. Well, you're going to need that. Sorry to be so negative now, but
Jeez, Mike.
Why is it still? Oh, they haven't brought the beds in yet. That's why. Okay, now I can hire doctor. 2 doctors. 2 doctors and 3 beds.
that's fine. Better than no doctors.
Visitors. I wish you could control how many new prisoners you got. I would ask for 5 more right now.
Well, it's your decision, Joe. It's your prison, and the way that you're managing it is up to you.
Only 1 prisoner has a serious complaint. Oh, look! It's gone. Oh, maybe not.
Right now, you've sort of established a peaceful situation somehow. I don't know. Before, you had a lot of trouble going on.
Yeah, we had a
I'm
lot of
sure.
contraband, and that kind of went down.
Yeah, I don't know how you got rid of it. I'm not sure what happened that changed.
Maybe the bigger yard? Well, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, maybe that because that yard's more isolated from
Oh,
the.
yeah. Yeah. Because they were getting it right here, and then when they came out from eating.
Right, right.
All right, are you ready for my Supermax?
All right.
How's it getting dirty in there? Nobody's even in there. Cobwebs?
Uh, Over time, things break down.
Okay, I want more grants. Gotta have more money, Mike. We'll do the long-term one and get it rolling.
Okay.
That is a long one, though. Whew.
This is like a
Exciting.
place of no hope. But this thing that you've created, it's really only the if you're really going to do this, maybe you should only have maximum security. Uh, yeah, it seems to be
Why?
like because it just seems to be like designed for the worst possible.
You haven't even seen the
Um,
inside of it yet. Come on.
the inside of it's empty, and you're going to put these 2 by 3 cells or whatever. I don't know, man.
I won't do it all cells. I will make other purpose for this building too.
All right.
Laundry.
So,
Maybe I'll do laundry in here.
well, you need to at least provide adequate water and food, medicine. You know, otherwise your prisoners will get angry because they're rightfully so. They may not even know. I've started to think about and analyze the psyche of the artificial intelligence in this game
Yeah.
and how it mimics
And what's your conclusion
human
on that?
behavior. Right? They're getting angry because their human rights are being violated, and they don't even when there's a prison riot, they're not all rioting because they're oh my human rights are being violated. They're rioting because they don't have water or adequate food, and those are basic necessities of life. So yeah, I mean, if you don't provide them with um, those things, rather than them be inherently violent, I think you're asking for trouble. You're asking for them to be just as violent as they were when they committed the crimes that brought them into the prison. And if you look at it, I mean, the maximum security prisoners, those people are, well, those are sort of modeled after the worst possible prisoners. So I understand that. They shouldn't even be in the general population of your prison because they're just violent by nature. But you create a sort of violent prisoner when you deprive them of sort of basic things that anyone would expect in life,
Have you ever
food,
seen him break down
medicine.
a fence?
Yes,
Oh
that
boy.
is, it can be done, yeah, it can be done. So this is an interesting game in the fact that I think it does give an adequate representation of what motivates the facilitation of a prison and its expansion. I mean, you even said several times, I'm not sure if you were aware when you were saying it, you said, "Oh, I need the money." So you
Yep.
created this gigantic monstrosity. I mean, that's where a human being is going to be living now. Granted, they committed a crime, but wow, I mean, think about what you're building here. Is that rational? Or, it's like, I mean, I'm surprised you don't have them just, that whole room should just be to make license plates and sell them or something. You
I
could
need
do
I
that
need
with
enough prisoners to do that though, so I can output my license plates, so I can make more money, Mike.
wow, the prison industrial complex, if you
Now
will.
I'm messing with you.
This is a private prison run by Joseph Stackhouse.
Let's
I
see
think
here.
you're gonna need a lot more electricity. I think you're going to run out. No way. I don't think that's gonna. I don't know if that's going to. We'll see if it goes.
Door. Fix the door.
What is going on with these guys, huh? Oh, they can't get in. You need to unlock the main door to the
Well,
building.
no, the problem was they put the door in the wall, so I told them to dismantle it. So that's that box, and I told them to build a new door. They just haven't built it yet.
If you don't construct the inside of this building correctly, I know it's going to be like a disaster where these prisoners just go
Here they come.
wild.
Here they come. Well, think about the commute that they're going to have to get to the mess hall.
Right, and you've designed it that way. Well, I don't know why you wouldn't just create a kitchen within that building.
I probably will. This guy's been getting in trouble a couple times now. He's
Wait,
always going to solitary.
what are his offenses?
Video game piracy, that's it.
He doesn't
I've
have
seen him
access
in
to
solitary
food.
like 3 or 4 times. Well, probably because he's always in solitary.
It's possible. Yep. See, that's the vicious cycle that you're looking at. He's always in solitary confinement. He gets even more irritated. He has no outlet for rehabilitation, and he's a nonviolent offender. Really, he stole a video game.
Are they going to put that bed in there or not? You can get in there now. Come on.
This is monstrous what you're doing here.
Well, I plan to have a workshop and a laundry.
That's it.
Common
Yes.
room?
So
Common room?
You're creating a sweatshop. That's what you're doing. A slave labor force for Apple or something. Or I should have mentioned Apple. I don't know.
Oh, there's somebody else with something. Money laundering, 8 years.
That guy that wants alcohol is dangerous. He will get everyone hooked. That's how it starts. Ah, a hammer already.
Because of this truck that they take through here, the main yard. I need to get them out of the main yard, really. Maybe I'll eventually link this to the kitchen somehow. I don't know. Because that's all the workers go through there, too, you know what I mean?
Wait, what do you mean? Through where?
Through the main yard here. If they could go, like, directly to the kitchen and eat, and then out
You
to the
can't.
yard.
I don't think you can successfully segregate the workers from the
But once you're done
prison
building, you can.
population.
Once you're done building, you can. I mean, if you want to modify a thing and they have to come in, then of course. But
Yeah, I mean, you could. It would just be a lot of
planning.
tinkering and planning around to get.
Oh, you were right about the power. Look at that.
And if it goes out, boy, you're gonna have a big problem.
Wow, that was poor planning on my part. Look, I can't fit capacitors on that side.
I don't think you can. Yeah. Plus, I don't think you can build double capacitor. I don't think you can build a capacitor on a capacitor, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll have to.
You may need another power plant.
Yep. Well, it is getting pretty big. And I've only got 15 prisoners. All this to support 15 people.
You're deeply in debt as far as how much money is being spent on a daily basis. So I would get.
I need
moving
more
on
prisoners.
those.
Yep.
Yeah.
I shouldn't
would
have put
start-
the first ones all the way over here. I should have put them over here.
They will. Yeah. Whoever is over there is going to be absolutely
They're Trek.
furious. They're just going to be.
Well, let's just do it. Save. No, no, no.
Right. And for those who are watching, this is Joe Stackhouse and Mike Fara. Joe here is using Prison Architect. It's a video game, a simulation. And if you'd like to discuss this insanity that Joe is... Well, Joe, wait, what are you doing?
They're not going in right?
You're doubling up on the walls.
Oh, the
Uh,
downside of the damn clone tool.
yeah, just cancel it or reload.
Yeah,
Reload the
it'll be
save.
easier to just reload it because I just saved it.
Yeah. So what Joe is doing here is, well, first I was hoping he was going to create a simulation of some kind of way to rehabilitate criminals and stuff, but now he's
Oh,
just going all in for the money and
ah,
3,000 cell prison or some crap. So we'll see what happens here. We're just playing a game, but this is actually kind of creepy, dude. I don't know what you're thinking with this, but go ahead.
Let's see if this works right now. Yes. How far am I? Okay. Oh, no!
Oh,
You can't even cancel it?
no, you have
There we
to
go.
you have to
There
do
we
it
go.
one by one. Yeah.
So how many people should be fit, Mike?
I don't know, Joe, but you should provide adequate food, water, clothing, um, an adequate shelter is actually an issue.
I just want to get another truckload in here. We got to get that negative balance under control.
Well, see, this is the mentality of your private prison system, I think. I mean,
Oh, I didn't leave enough room there. I didn't want to give him one pixel to walk, but I'm going to now.
it's like the matrix of prisons or some crap, you know?
Look at my money, though. It's going down rapidly.
You're using them as an energy source. Where's Morpheus?
You know what? I'm going to let in a little bit more nonviolence. Just to one truckload, and then we'll go to normal. Because we need some cash flow.
So hey, that you fear
Well,
a normal
you know what? I'll
risk.
do normal ones. Screw it. They can eat with everybody else.
Well, we'll see. All right. Now you're going to see that you reap what you sow, Joe. It's like the Walking Dead prison or something. What the hell?
I hope I have enough money to complete.
What are you doing there?
Well, they're going to need a yard close by.
Oh, right. Jesus. All right.
I hate that I can't see how big this yard is.
Um.
It's very hard because
Yeah, I
there we
can't
go.
determine.
I think we're here.
And if anyone watching has any questions, please do click on the Q&A button, and we can actually answer them. We are broadcasting live. Of course, this game has nothing to do with Windows at all, but
You still have it on the website?
yeah. Joe won't even install Windows in his prison cell.
I did put a few in at the beginning in the holding cell, but yeah, I have slacked off.
All right.
How much are the windows? 200.
That sounds about right, if it was the operating system.
There's a window, Mike.
No, I was joking with that, So the rest of the prison was designed, I would say, pretty well. I don't know why you gave up on the.
You wanted to keep it small?
No, I'm not saying keep it small, but you put a certain level of detail into the early design, and now you're sort of just bulking up. Like, let's jam as many people in here as possible, and see what happens. And I think it's going to be a huge disaster, to be quite honest with you.
Wait, I have to gauge myself here. Okay. We're going to switch how this works. Ooh, I need to get that done really quick or they're not going to be able to eat.
Right, so you're expanding the kitchen.
Yeah. But I'm running out of money. Look, Mike.
Right. Well, deconstruct the wall that's blocking. You see that the southern wall of the kitchen?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
make that, you know what I mean? So only the staff can get in there.
Demolish wall. Deconstruct the same? Can I reclaim that? Oh, no, you can't. You have to demolish walls. But I can't do that until this new wall's built and the door's built. Otherwise, the prisoners will be in there.
Right.
Let's see how my health is doing. 4 prisoners have serious complaints. It seems to go up and down, up and down.
Right. Your danger level is never exceeding a certain amount. Most likely, oh boy, that guy's on drugs. Most likely because,
Or he wants drugs.
right, but he's probably,
Probably needs
wants,
rehabilitation.
yeah, and the thing is that it'll become a growing problem in your prison.
Oh.
That was those pills?
I think so. That was new. I hadn't had very many pills coming in.
Right. So you have a growing problem, I would say.
It's taking too long to get stuff built.
Shifted from sort of violent weapons to drugs now, I think. But you should also look at what you're doing here, dude. I mean, just madness.
Got to get some money, Mike.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, look at all the room on the map. Eventually, you're going to have at least half of it holding prisoners, right?
Right, but I mean, we're like that kitchen that you're expanding right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you should just build that again in that other building because that's not going to feed everybody, and it's going to create a huge. Just say you fill that entire giant building that you're working on now with prisoners.
And he's going to be even bigger then.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have riots going on in that cell block all the time, just from people trying to get to the kitchen. So there's no way to contain that level of a crowd.
Oh, the workers are spending so much time on these new cells.
It's because they keep having to have someone open the door for them.
Yeah, let me fix that.
Unlock that door.
Look at this bed.
It's absolute madness what you're doing here. You need to provide a certain level of decency for the new prisoners. Otherwise,
Just
they
because
will.
there's this many in here doesn't mean it's not going to be decent. If it's got a rec room and a yard and everything
Well,
they need.
yeah, I mean, they should also have a kitchen in that building, I think, and probably additional services. I mean, you might even want to consider having like security cameras in there or something.
Yeah, I haven't
Only
even gotten to that
because,
yet.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know how to do them, but it's it's such a large facility that it seems dangerous to just you know have it just running wild.
We're getting dogs, tasers, body armor.
That could actually work against you in some respects because you have to think of the psychology of it. You're militarizing your security, and I'm not sure that that makes your prisoners less violent. You know what I mean? Like, now your guys have riot gear on. I'm not sure that that makes them much happier. You know.
Can't tell what's the front and the back of a cooker. Okay, that's the. Okay.
Jeez. So you're just gonna make a giant. This is like a big resort. It's a massive kitchen. You should just have them do room service. Takeout.
Okay, I got to get rid of this door now. Oh no, they still haven't built the other door. The waiting game now.
Yeah, you have too much going on and not enough workers, really, but I don't think you can afford to hire more at this point.
No, I don't know.
You're very close to running out of money. In fact, you should probably let more
What if I
prisoners
hire
in.
10 guards? I get 10 grand. Then I gotta pay them every day though.
Well, you could always hire 10 and then 5. That's kind of messed up. But
Gaming the system. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Cancel. Oh.
you also, you spent all your money on tasers and body armor, and you've got a pretty docile group of people in there right now. I don't know why you do that.
Okay, I can now house 21 prisoners.
Oh, they don't even have adequate water.
What happened? They're not done.
Why? Yeah, what?
They're not done. They're just it's queued up. It's just
Where are your workers?
they're working. I need to catch these as they come in because I need to
Oh,
turn
yeah,
them.
they're still working on it, I see.
Yeah, we need that yard to be done. That's for sure.
Well, you can walk the yard if it's not, you know,
The metal
uh,
detector. Did I put a metal detector there? I thought I did.
you seem to be obsessed with these metal detectors.
Well, yeah, they help a
But
lot.
I guess they do
And
provide
they're
some.
unobtrusive, you know what I mean? I don't think the prisoner's mind walking through them versus a guard having to search them.
Well, I've noticed that sometimes the metal detector goes off, even when there's no metal, and this does upset your prisoners. It
Why?
actually
Oh, this stupid
does.
tree.
Dismantle the tray if it's
I
causing
am,
them.
but it's going to take him a minute. Ugh. Okay, prisoners coming in 20 seconds. This is my meal ticket to get out of the negative 420. Come on, Mike.
I'm not too excited about what you're doing. I think it's unethical. If this was a real prison, what you're doing is totally like irresponsible,
Okay, they
dangerous.
gave me 8. Surely I can handle 8.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, now that I have the money,
Wow,
I
you have
am going to
they
buy.
have somewhat of a delay of 1,000 tons of supplies waiting to be shuffled off there. It looks like.
It's for all those cells, Mike.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow, I've never seen it so filled. You've got beds coming, all sorts of
Oh
stuff.
no. Oh no, I thought there was only getting 8. Look, Mike.
Wait, what exactly happened here?
Why did
Oh
they give me
wow.
3 trucks?
I don't
Oh
know.
no. That's not good.
Well, you
I
you
was expecting
still
like
well,
50.
10 of them will go into the holding cell, so you'll still be all right. Um, yeah, you may want to hire some more guards at this point.
Maybe even another. Maybe I should go for my 10 right now
Yeah, I
and
would
get
say
that
that you
over with.
probably
Yep.
should.
And then I can do the routes really quick. Where was that at? Deployment.
Right. In fact, you don't have to have them go on a
No, no.
patrol.
I just want to get the money.
Uh,
There we go. Got it. Now they can go off.
Very unethical.
What is this? Why is this all flashing?
Um, there's a reason that says no access. I'm not sure. Can you go back to the
Oh, it's
regular?
because I have it fenced in from both sides. It's okay.
Ah, right. Yeah. So it's
Okay,
warning you that there's,
that
it's
makes sense.
inaccessible.
See, now we're in the positive again, Mike.
Oh boy, what's going on there?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's he doing?
Oh, already he's
He's
trying to
escaping.
escape.
Oh, I can't tell him to drop
Please
that,
stop,
can I?
Joe. We have 18 people watching this video. Please continue. He will be subdued.
I want him faster, though. There we go.
You are really, see, you've already had your first incident, and it's just going to get worse from here. I tried to warn you about it.
But he's just getting in. He's just ticked off because he got caught, you see.
He went through a whole trial and everything, Joe. Assuming we're still in the United
Oh
States
no,
here.
oh
I
no,
don't know
look at
what
this,
kind of
look at
prison
this.
this is.
We still don't have... Why is this still... There is a fence. Look at this. Stack. Search cell. Really? That's a bug.
Um, yeah, it looks like that's an alpha bug.
Oh, and it sold it right away, too. Like, literally, I didn't have to pick it up. Okay, why is this yard still flashing? Tell me.
Um,
Behind at least one door. It is. Fenced in.
I'm not sure what is going on. You might want to try re-zoning it, like dezone it and then rezone it. Like remove the yard and then
But I bet you that's it. Remember, I couldn't see it too well?
right.
Okay, yard. Yep, that's what it was. Oh, I need to slow this down a little. There we go.
All right, there you go. Oh
Okay,
boy.
Mike, they're getting settled in.
Oh, they're gonna get hungry soon, Joe.
Oh crap, I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, it seems that you are now playing with fire, literally, with this. I don't think that you're going to be able to feed them. I mean, it's going to take them an hour just to walk to that.
Where's the darn serving table? Let's put one down here.
You should also still make sure, you zone. You remember you use the deployment screen to make sure that no one else except for staff could get into the kitchen. If I were you, I would make sure that that is still the case, especially since you
Oh,
expanded them.
yep, you're right.
Yeah, it's changed. I think it's actually voided out or something. I think.
Whoa, what? No, no, no.
Oh, yeah, you can assign workers to the Oh
Look at
yeah,
this.
you were
Look at
assigning
this.
guards
Look at
to.
this. It even took this away because I expanded it. No wonder I'm getting contraband again.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it's possible that the contraband is coming in from these places. So
Wait, medium. Medium. Okay, we're good.
that I don't know if that kitchen's gonna suffice. Oh, here they go.
Oh,
Boy, you
oh,
got
oh, oh, oh!
problems.
What's going on? What are they trying to do? Escape again?
They're fighting, Joe. Misconduct. You're under attack, basically. You're overwhelmed here with.
Maybe I do need a couple more guards. What do you think?
You're running out. The thing is, these guards costing you a lot of money, Joe.
I know. Oh.
Where are all these prisoners? Oh, they're in the holding cell. Gee, you've got issues, man.
This is not going to look pretty, is it?
I don't. I don't know. Yeah, really. I don't think you have enough cookers to even make food for this amount of people.
I need another
I-
fridge at least.
Right. I don't think. I think you're getting sloppy with your architectural designs.
Maybe it's
Joe.
because I'm getting tired.
Yeah, you're basically just you know lugging things on top of each other now, and you're going to experience the same problem I have with my prisons. This population.
Oh, look! Dead worker. got
Oh
a
my
screwdriver.
God! What the hell? Change him to maximum security.
Was he not?
He change him to maximum. He's just no one realized that he was danger.
Oh! So, Mike, we know that normal prisoners now are the cause of the problem. Look at this. It was peaceful.
Now you've put them in conditions that, yeah, I mean, they have much. Who is the murderer? Where's the maximum security guy, the Hannibal Lecter of
He's
the
right here.
or whatever? Right. What is his crime initially? Because he's murdered somebody in the prison now. But
Robbery.
Robbery. Right. So he's potentially very dangerous. He was already in jail for a year.
He's not the guy. He attacked staff, but wouldn't it say he killed staff?
Oh, right. He's not the guy who'd be wearing red. Where is the red guy? We changed his outfit. We made him a maximum security.
Escaped, attacked.
No way. He's still out there somewhere. He's still. Yeah.
Look at this. Half of them have stuff, Mike. They're way worse than normal prisoners.
Well, Joe, you put them in a giant warehouse. I mean.
Okay, Mike. What do you think
I'm
would
not
make
making
them happy?
excuses, but. They are dangerous criminals. They're much more dangerous than your minimum security criminals. These are violent criminals, and you are, they can't be.
A drill.
Right,
We never had drills till now.
Well, they can't be trusted to be on their own here. Manslaughter. Probably was a murder, and they pleaded down.
False imprisonment.
Right, that guy's a human trafficker. Right, manslaughter, 2 consecutive convictions. You have dangerous people in your prison, Joe, and you need to either rehabilitate them, like I've been recommending over and over again, or you need to put them under full lockdown. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, dude. And that's why I don't like this game at the end, because when you bring in regular prisoners, it's like, what is going on? You got people with hammers and drills, and they're going wild. And
so I wonder if the makers of this game expect you. Well, I mean, if I could have said I only wanted like 10 prisoners, not 30 or whatever they dumped on me.
It's probably because you spent such a long time not.
What do you think would make you more successful in this, though? Like, taking the time to scale up and use every little piece of technology available to you? Like, should I have already had dogs and some CCTV and...
No, you know what? Because I had dogs in my prison, and all it did was just find cigarettes and drugs on people. It didn't stop anyone from attacking each other. I think what stops it is stuff for them to do other than eat, go to a yard. You know, like,
Right.
you gotta have some kind of task for them to accomplish, or to try to at least.
Right.
I mean, half of those people are injured. They look like they're about to die or something. I mean, I
Well,
don't
here's
know.
what we're going to do. I'm getting tired. So we're going to...
There's the high risk guy. Just click on him real quick.
There he is. They put him in holding.
But what is his... Yeah, because he can't go back into his...
Destruction, attack, staff, murder, serious injury, found weapons.
Right, that's just in the prison, dude. That's just in your prison.
Robbery and burglary. He was actually... he didn't kill anybody.
Now he's revealed himself to be like a serial killer or something, dude. I mean, the reason they didn't bring him back to his cell is because that's a medium security cell.
Look, though, his mood was pretty much normal.
Right.
What set him off?
He's a psychopath. And that's what set him up. Security's -5.
Look, 97% chance.
Right. He's definitely going to be back on the loose.
All right. Well, I'm getting tired, so we're going to open up every form of prisoners to come in and set it on fast forward and watch everything blow up. So.
Oh, I don't know.
That's why I saved it.
All right.
Just because we need to conclude this video, and I want it to go out with a bang, so we're going to do a little fight club here.
Well, then you should really... All right.
Should I add more? You know what? Should I add more guards just to have more interaction?
No, I mean, I don't know, dude. Whatever. What you're doing now is just crazy. I mean,
well, yeah, it's just I'm done playing for now, and I want to see what happens.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
I think some people in the audience might want to see one.
You're like that guy Jigsaw from those horror movies now.
Do you want to play a game?
Right.
So let's see what happens. I think they're going to probably like have a major breakout even before the new prisoners get here.
You've had you're already seeing the beginning of what would happen if you stacked that whole building. It's just, it would be impossible to contain them.
Right, but how do they expect you to play this game? Like, this is all they dumped on me on one load. Literally, 22 prisoners.
Well, I think it's because you built so many cells, I think. But what you also might want to do to prevent violence in the prison is probably put them under, have more solitary cells and have more chances for rehabilitation, I think. I don't know.
I'm still building those cells, Mike.
They don't like to walk very long before they go kind of wild. Hold on 1 second.
Alright, here's a mad dash. Let's see what happens. Oh, fight.
You don't have enough security, obviously. You should have a detail assigned to the cells is what's going on.
I'd like to know how he got a fork when he was scanned when he went in and he was clean. Everybody was clean.
What did you say?
How did he get that contraband? Because he was scanned when he came through, and he had nothing.
You can check that. You'll see how it's getting in if you go to the contraband menu, and if you go to 24, just click on that. Yeah, click on that fork.
It came from the canteen, but why didn't it get handled when it came in the building?
It's escape detection. I mean, it's not 100%, you know?
Wow. Owner. Oh, look, it's a janitor. He was the owner of it. Oh, no. No, wait. That wasn't a janitor. Sorry. It looked like it from far.
Right.
Okay, well, let's see this thing blow up. We have half the amount of meals, Mike, it looks like. Almost half. I didn't need to make
That,
the kitchen much bigger.
a lot bigger. That means, think about that. That means, what,
37.
37%
Yeah.
have no food? This is not a normal
Oh.
situation, Joe.
Oh, here they go.
Oh my god. Oh, terrible.
Riot police. Sorry, I gotta have some fun before I go to sleep.
This is definitely not the reason they created the game, but okay.
I did a map earlier today, like Fight Club. I made a coliseum and just
Oh
had
my
tons of
god.
prisoners. Oh, it was awesome.
That's ridiculous, dude.
There was like 47 people dead by the end of it.
Oh.
Where's the riot police? I thought I called them. Did they take that long?
You did call them, and they're probably on the way, but
Can I cancel them?
you have trucks of crap coming through your prison, I think, still, no?
No?
It's possible you broke the game? I don't know, Jeff.
Possible. It doesn't seem like they're coming. I guess I'll cancel that. Whoa.
Oh, there they are.
Are
No?
you seeing my cursor?
What, did you select everybody, or?
How do you do that?
You just drag over,
But did you see that? That was
clear
weird.
space.
Yeah. Will they go back to their normal routine?
After a while, I think. I mean, you should have been using the deployment thing to try to prevent, them from going crazy and stuff. Because as soon as they start walking such a long distance, they will naturally just start fighting because they're sort of unsupervised. They come from a criminal background.
Look, look how many of them are sleeping in restraints.
That's because they're all waiting for solitary, and you don't have any, solitary confinement.
Okay, we're waiting on our new truckload, which comes in 5 hours. I've lost so much money because of that stuff, though. You know, all the bonuses I were getting, I could definitely.
Right.
I was at like 700. Well, I hired a bunch of guards too.
Proof. It does not look like the situation will not improve tomorrow. Put it that way.
What if I turn the power off? Will that help the situation?
Yeah, things will get pretty bad if you do that. You won't be able to see much of anything, and yeah, that's definitely a bad thing.
I'm just waiting on these new prisoners to come. Psychologist is a little tired. I wonder why.
He realizes that you've destroyed everything he's worked for in his entire life in one brazen act of madness. He realizes
Mike.
that the warden of the prison is crazier than the prisoners.
Are you ready? They're coming.
You have 13 prisoners coming. I don't think they're going to overtake the prison, Joe.
Dang it. I should have changed it to only maximum. They need an even warp speed. They need warp speed button.
I think that you've lost context of what the game is supposed to be about at this point. I really do. Like, I've desperately tried to avoid what you're intentionally doing right now. Like every time I play this game.
Here they come.
Oh boy.
How long do you think it's going to take them to get in trouble? There's not enough beds.
Not very long.
Oh, look
Whatever.
over here. It's always right
Uh,
here. I wonder what the deal is with that.
They're trying to escape because
Could
they
it be
see that
this
as
fence, maybe?
yes, they see it as a weakness in the defense of the prison. They see it as a way out.
What if that's the whole problem, and it could have been avoided?
No, it's not. It's because they're they don't like the fact that they're basically look how far away they are, dude. They're in cages,
It
far
is
away
prison,
from.
Mike.
Yeah, but they're not. They have no. While they're making that walk outside of the building, there's no one supervising them. So obviously they're.
Oh, alcohol. Alcohol's now in here.
I mean, this is going to
Oh,
turn
this
into
could be bad
a
right here.
major problem.
This could be bad right here. Oh, more alcohol. It seems like the other prisoners are starting to act up too.
Well, oh boy, they're battling and.
Oh yeah, here it goes. Oh, look at all these guards. Oh man. Oh. Oh. Oh, they're going somewhere else in a hurry. Where do you think they're going? Oh, to take them to the infirmary.
Yeah, you're not in riot. You're not in a riot condition yet.
How long do you think it'll take to get there?
You would need
More
more
prisoners.
prisoners,
Yeah.
and they would have to be pretty angry. Right now, they'll just act out as much as possible.
Well, we're gonna do video 3. Are you gonna play? Oh, look at all that blood.
Jeez, not what the game was meant for, Joe. Not Mortal Kombat. But anyway, yeah, if you want to do video 3, I'll give a hand. I'll try next time.
Okay.
I'll try to.
I'm going to, on my downtime between the next video, I'm going to figure out what it takes to make the normal prisoners happy.
Right, and I think it has a lot to do with, again, some form of rehabilitation. I think some kind of task. They want to work and stuff like this. Now, these maximum security guys, armed robbery, blah blah blah. I mean, there's no way to rehabilitate these people, in my opinion, because you can't trust them in a kitchen. They're going to take a steak knife and stab it in the back of your head. I mean, they're violent criminals already. The system, they've already failed themselves, and the system has failed them. If you think about it, if they're real, what is that guy doing?
He's dismantling the water to see if it'll
Oh
cause
my
more
God.
chaos.
You'd actually do that. You're horrible. I feel like I should just turn this video off now.
The funny thing is, I still have water.
It'll slowly.
Look at that.
It has to compute that it's no longer flowing. I think, right?
Oh!
Oh,
There's a
shit,
shank.
the
She started glass.
shank,
That's
yeah.
the first time. Oh, look at that. That's the first one I've had in my prison. And it's the low risk guys.
Right. Well, now you're inspiring a environment of madness or whatever.
How about we do this? How about we take the visitation door and we just lock it?
Why would you do that?
Just to see what happens, Mike.
They're gonna want to leave, and they're not gonna be able to.
Wonder how long it's going to take them to get mad.
The people, the visitors, won't get mad.
Grandma's going to start a riot.
That is the most ridiculous thing. I can't believe that you created that gigantic monstrosity.
So then what do you suggest instead?
I would have continued building the prison the way that you did initially.
Like small buildings, like 100 small buildings?
Well, yeah, but just to arrange them differently and more attention to detail rather than just create a gigantic antisocial.
I wonder how my cash flow got so
thing.
positive.
It's because you have all these maximum security guys in the holding cell.
Well, they were mixed, I think, weren't they?
Yeah, they were supposed to be, but they came in all maximum
That's
security.
interesting. See if these guys have done robbery, burglary, murder, manslaughter. Oh, we got some scissors. Being a little out of hand, isn't it?
Yeah. Joe, I don't think you're going to get the riot that you want.
I'm not going to. I don't have enough prisoners.
Yeah, so
What if I get rid of the guards?
then they'll riot if you get rid of the guards. You should probably get rid of the other employees as well. There will be no stopping them then.
Well, they can't get out the door. They're going to have to break down the door now, right?
They will. Yeah, ultimately they will.
All right, let's find out. Nobody can get anywhere now. This is like the worst case scenario. Everybody's asleep right now.
What's interesting to me is that your maximum security prisoners, although they're not inherently violent, like in my prison, I had just these orange guys, the normal security.
Mm-hmm.
They were just going bananas like all the time.
Maybe there's something in this building that they like better?
No, I think that you designed the initial building very well, and that's why they're kind of like chilling out right now. Even
Or
though
is it because half of them are in constraints?
well, that too, but they're also injured. But the thing is, it's kind of like, I don't know, the environment of my prison was like a big brick, like yours. Like your new building, that was like my entire prison. Like it wasn't like that, but it was very, I don't know, how would you put it, encouraging of those kind of results, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you actually created a visitor center, you did create, a common room, which I never did, so I don't know. But
It'd be interesting to understand the AI behind this.
Right, I want to know. That's really what I want to know, because it's sort of, in a way, it kind of is mimicking human behavior. Like, if you were stuck in that damn room for 24 hours, you'd try to bust out of there, whether you were a criminal or not. And I suspect that's what they'll do tomorrow. They're going to break down that door.
We're going to find out.
And then they'll go on a killing spree because they're murderers, but, they're psychopaths. But, it's almost like you wonder how much effort was put into this AI, because it is kind of really intelligent. I mean, it's like lemmings on steroids or something.
Here, I'm going to help them a little bit.
No, see, that doesn't actually... Their rage would increase as they're breaking down the door, and then once they do it...
Oh, so I should leave the wall.
No, it's just forget it, dude.
Okay, we got more prisoners coming in 50 seconds, so... Although nobody's going to be here to let them in. I'm going to have to manually let them in.
Yeah, you're like in some underground bunker, like opening the door. Oh my God.
Oh, they're out.
Yeah. Already the killing has started.
Oh, the visitors just go away? Oh, they
Wait,
won't even
what?
come in, will they? They're gonna run away. I need at least a couple. Dang it, man.
Uh, what you're trying to do here is just crazy, dude.
Yeah, they gotta go do other things. Look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How long do you think it's gonna take for these guys to just bolt for it?
I'm not sure.
Why is there an ambulance here? Oh, it's a hearse. Somebody
Hearse.
died. Somebody died.
They
Oh, it's a
killed
worker
you.
right here. His head's getting crushed by the door continuously. Look, crunch, crunch.
Ah, you know, this is ridiculous, man. What are you doing?
Look, they're not even leaving. Why are they not leaving? And
Because
these
they're in
guys.
constraints, they're injured. There's a significant amount of uh, police blocking the way for them to exit. Uh,
Huh.
there's no logic to um, someone murdering someone else. It's to a sane person because it's inherently an insane act. There's no logic to why they killed that one worker and then just went back to like walking around. They're
Right.
crazy people. I mean, you know, I don't know what to tell you, dude. It will never make sense to a
Oh,
sane
here goes
person.
something. Something's going down. I have to rebuild that wall because they won't bring the prisoners in because the wall's not built. That's why.
I'm trying to at least add some kind of interesting narrative to this madness that you're just perpetrating. Like, there's no explanation for what you're doing, dude. You just hired more guards with stab vests, which
There we go.
just makes them.
Oh, there's not enough room for them.
This is pretty much how my prison is all the time when I play the game, and it's not intentional though. That's the
Right.
thing. Like, it's just total
Right.
madness, you know.
Oh, oh, oh. This guy's going. Oh, look at this. He's
He's
gone.
out.
He's gone.
He
Oh,
probably just
there's
ran
another
away
one.
because he didn't want to die. You know, like,
There's another one. Oh, look, they're all going. They're going for it. They got the memo. Oh, they're getting beat up now by the guards. Oh, oh, big fight. Unconscious, unconscious, unconscious. Oh, there's more going on over here.
what the hell?
Is anybody still in their cell? Oh, yeah. It's all the new guys, must be. Just chilling in there with no water.
Well, you successfully started
But
a
not a
mass.
riot. I still have never had a riot.
All of a sudden, you're making a huge amount of money, though. It's very telling that you
That
know
is interesting.
your prison's in shambles, and you're making more money than ever before.
All right, well, I think this is a good place to end.
All right, that was fun, Joe. Even though I don't know, man. That whole left side of the screen's just,
My
an
goal for
eyesore.
tomorrow, Mike, is to make a big building and make it function correctly.
It'll function as nothing more than a bunch of people in a cell, unless you replicate showers and add certain things to the game. I don't know, but I don't know that there. It seems like this is very disturbing to me. Like, who's that naked guy just running into the shower there?
That's
Like,
Stubbs.
everybody's bleeding.
Stubbs is an attempted murderer.
Yeah, everybody's bleeding and dying. He just goes takes a shower. All right, Joe. I gotta go. Game's it's crazy.
All right, it was fun, Mike. We'll have to do like a Fight Club episode sometime where we just have like 300 prisoners just go at it.
All right. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, Mike.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.
See you, bye.